Income Agency. We're going to talk all things going live. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. My curls. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to get started in just a few moments. I am setting up my screen to go live. I appreciate everybody coming in. We're going to talk and chat all things going live. Appreciate you all joining me. So let me know if you have questions. We are going to go live with ease and confidence. So let me know where you're from. Appreciate you all coming in. We're going to talk about a few things. I want to make sure you guys are getting all the support you need. Let me know if you have any questions in the meantime, and we'll get to talking and chatting. All right. So this is my go live with ease and confidence. Um, Let me know if you have any questions, friends. Thank you so much for joining the live. Appreciate everybody who's here. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. And if you are new to my live, come on in. Let me know who you are, where you're from. And we're going to get to chatting and connecting. So we're going to talk all things going live too. Okay? And in the meantime, come on in. Let's see. Setting my screen right now. Let me know if you are new to my live. We're going to get started. We are going to start off here. I appreciate everybody. There's some new things going on with TikTok posting the live. Hello, friends. How are you? Thank you so much for being in the live. Appreciate you joining. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to talk all things going live. I appreciate everybody who's coming in to support the live. This is my 4 o'clock live, go live with ease and confidence. And so we are going to get to talking and chatting. Hello, friends. Thank you so much. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. And let me know if you are new to my live. If you have any questions, we'll talk about all things live streaming, okay? So if you are new, go ahead and click the like button. So let me know you're here by clicking like. Also put a comment in, say hello, happy Saturday. And then if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click subscribe to the channel so you can know when I go live by clicking that bell and when I post content. And I'm going to be posting more content, so I want you guys to engage. So again, my name is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. This is my 4 o'clock live. I talk all things live streaming. So I'm going to give you tips and strategies to go live. I want you to be intentional about how you are building your community. And so whether that's on YouTube or on TikTok, I am a TikTok creator network. So I'm going to talk all things TikTok in terms of how do you engage over there, how do you connect with your community, and then ultimately how do you monetize. So if you're new to my live, thank you for being here. So go ahead and click like so you know from YouTube they want to make sure you are liking the live. If you have not joined or subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. Click that subscriber button and then click the bell to get notifications of when I go live and when I post content. I gotta, what I'm gonna share real quick because I want you guys to kind of realize like this takes consistency. We talk about this all the time. Being consistent, showing up, doing what you're doing on a daily basis, if you can make it daily, and making sure that you're building your community. So if you're not consistent, you won't see the growth. You will be frustrated by, oh, I'm not getting as much engagement. People are not coming in. People are not staying. It's all about how you're showing up and being consistent. So I started going live here on YouTube when I had 50 subscribers. You gotta have 50 subscribers to be eligible for live streaming. How you doing, Donna? You got to have 50 subscribers to be eligible for live streaming. So I had 50 subscribers. Really, I had it in March, but I didn't start actually streaming into April. So from April to today, I'm at 636. And what happened is that I tell people what I do here and how I show up, and I'm being consistent. I'm talking about live streaming, and I invite them to subscribe to the channel. They subscribe, invite them to like and comment and share and do all the things, and that's supporting the live. So again, consistency is the first thing. Next thing is helping people understand. You said I will subscribe. Appreciate you, Donna. But that's the key. You got to be consistent. You got to show up. You got to ask people how to engage, help them understand how the platform works. And so that's what I teach. I teach people how to engage and how to make sure that they're being intentional about setting up their live stream. So as viewers, you also got to engage. My TikTok post that I did today is all about engagement, and honestly, it really is that. You got to be subby would like to, what would you like to, friend? And so I do have rules. I do have rules for the live. I want to make sure that you guys are being professional in nature. So definitely talk and communicate in the chat about live streaming and asking questions. So if you have questions about live streaming, feel free to put that in the chat. How you doing, Chuck? And then next, I would say make sure that you're staying um, make sure that you are staying on topic. Okay, so when you're not on topic, I have to let you go. So that's how this works. So stay on topic. It is about live streaming. It's questions about how do you build a brand, how do you build your professional identity as a live host, and then ultimately, if you're not 18 years and older, this is not the live stream for you. So you have to be 18 years and older because I'm about to co-stream on TikTok, and I am a TikTok Creator Network agency. It's a free program, so in order to apply and be eligible, you have to be 18 years and older. So I say all that because I want you guys to grow. I want you guys to know how to be successful in this platform. So first of all, so you always got to give your housekeeping rules, and then you got to remind people in terms of what to do. So make sure if you are here listening to me, make sure you have liked the live. We should see more likes. So like the live. Also, make sure that you have subscribed. You should click that subscriber button, and then you said, "Oh, I'm 17." So yes, Donna, this is not the life for you, friend. So you got to be 18 years and older. Only because, again, because of the guidelines and the rules, I want to make sure you're eligible. I mean, you can listen to the information, but again, it's about being able to engage fully. So bye. Thank you so much, Donna. So when everything's said and done, make sure you're able to support your community based on your topic, based on a live stream, and you always want to share those housekeeping rules. Anybody else want to say hello? I appreciate Donna engagement. Chuck, thank you for engaging as well. Prospect, thank you for engaging as well. Any of my other friends here, let me know if you're in the chat. I share this as just an antidote. So I will be co-streaming. I'm going to go on TikTok in a second. I start my live here so that we can talk and chat and connect here because YouTube pushes people in your room pretty quickly and then you guys kind of go different places. So that's totally fine, but I understand how the system works. And so with that, this becomes a playlist for people to go back and engage. And so when you're starting your live stream off, you actually want to start maybe on the first platform, YouTube first, and then come over to TikTok. And I share with people, like from a YouTube perspective, you see where people can chat, and that's how I know who's in the room. Otherwise, I don't know who's here watching me. So it's very much from a viewer perspective, you guys have the opportunity to look at the live stream and make a conscious decision if you want to engage. From a live host, as a live host, you feed off that engagement. You love the questions, you love the comments, you love the interaction. Otherwise, you're just doing a recording. Because if you don't have any engagement happening, it's just another video. So I think YouTube is trying to switch up their model a little bit just so that people are engaging a little bit more. There's highlights that are coming. There's some other emotes and stuff that are being built into the live stream where people can engage a little bit more from sharing who they are and sending those emotes as well. But from TikTok, that's already built in. So I like the engagement there because you can easily connect with your audience. You can see their bio, you can ask questions, you can actively engage back with them. And so just know as a live stream host, you got to kind of make sure that you understand what your topic's about. And then obviously you want to see if you can get your audience to say hello and connect back. So with that being said, I'm about to start my live stream on TikTok. We're going to make this more of, I'm going to turn on the shopping cart. We're going to make this a little bit more of a shoppable conversation. So we'll talk about TikTok shop a little bit here. I had been saying I was going to do it. I wasn't doing it much during the week, and I'm trying to balance how often I turn on the shopping cart because, again, this live is focused on giving you tips and strategies to go live. Shopping lives are good. It's a great way to engage, particularly now where a lot of the platforms are endorsing and pushing out shoppable lives more, especially TikTok. And so just recognizing that people are getting more eyes on your live because you're turning on that shopping cart. So that's something I'm going to do, but it is not necessarily something I do all the time. So I tell people, it's important to have that ability to turn it on, but recognize that it could be something you want to manage in terms of how often you turn it on. Okay. In the meantime, we're gonna get to shopping and going. I'm setting up my shopping cart now because I have products inside. So I always want to make sure I have a few options for my viewers and have the products inside there to share. And make sure that I have different options. Hey, Bubba, my little guy's coming in. Hey, go find Daddy. Where's Daddy? You don't know? Go downstairs again. Mommy's recording. I'm live. Thank you, love. I'm happy I caught him before I went live because he would come in and ask Mama to support. All right, friends, we're just going to start with that. I have 10 products in there. We'll get going in a second. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're new to my live, let me know as well. I'm happy to answer questions. And we're going to get going in just a few minutes with the live stream. And feel free to connect if you have questions as well. We're going to talk all things going live. And we'll go from there. Thank you all who are coming into the live. In the meantime, I appreciate you. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And oh my gosh, I'm going to set my charger cord in. So hopefully my sound doesn't get distorted. Do a thumbs up if you can still hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a heart, drop a heart for me. Just do a couple hearts so I know if you can hear me or not. I just plugged in my phone, so if you're able to, if you're listening, I won't know it's you if you drop hearts. So that way I can tell if my feed is working correctly. We're gonna try that for now. Your girl did not charge her phone either. So we're going to see between the tablet and the phone. Hello, friend. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm about to start the live, but let me know if you can hear me. I did not charge my phone. Okay, so we're going to see how this goes. My tablet needs to be charged. My phone needs to be charged. I think I'm going to have to be switching between the two so I can make sure I have a strong battery life. Thank you so much for the hellos. I appreciate it. So I'm assuming you can hear me. So we're good because I was asking about the sound. So all is well. We're going to be talking about going live. I'm actually about to be on TikTok in a second. So I'm assuming you can hear me because you commented. So we're gonna assume that is a good to go. All right, friends. So I'm gonna go on TikTok in a second. And I'm gonna tell you guys I'm a creator network. So I go live here first so that I can connect with all of you, set up my stream, and like I said, I didn't charge. So there's 10% here and there's 10% here. So we're gonna see how this works because my cord is plugged into something else. Yeah, we're gonna see how this works, friends. We'll see. Let's see if this cord will work. It didn't work last time. I'm just checking my cords. No, it didn't work. That blocker thing is not working. I gotta figure that out. All right, we're just gonna go with it. And if I have to end early, then that was a sign I needed to take a break on this here Saturday. So we'll see. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Welcome to the live. This is Dr. Lisa, TikTok. Okay, I just want to make sure. Thank you so much for joining live. It is Dr. Lisa, TikTok, live host agency, or creator network agency. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everybody who's coming in. I am going live, friends. I appreciate you all joining. This is my 4 o'clock go live with ease and confidence, but also helping you go live. We're going to do a little bit of a shoppable live. So let me know if you have any questions. Come on in. Feel free to join the live. Let me know if you have questions in the meantime. I am just starting this live off, friends. So I appreciate everybody who's joining the live. Let me know if there's questions. Glad to be me. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you, Cece. Thank you for joining. As you guys are popping in, we're gonna get to talking and chatting a little bit. I was just sharing that I did not charge my phone, so we're gonna see how this goes because I didn't charge my tablet either. So I think I might have to sacrifice one, and it might be y'all YouTube. Just for the record. So thank you so much for coming in. In the meantime, come on and join me. We're going to get to talking and chatting. I'm sharing out my live. We're going to share out the live as well. So I appreciate everybody coming in. And I just added my live to the story. Appreciate everybody joining the live. Thank you so much. Hello, the petty esthetician. How are you, friend? I appreciate you joining the live this afternoon. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for that daily heart me. I am just getting started. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. So I'm just getting started. We're going to talk all things going live in a second. I'm setting up my screen, so feel free to join me as I was sharing out the live. As I share out my live, I can't see the screen quite yet, so I'll be right back so I can see who joined us um, for the live. And we'll get started in just a few moments. Thank you so much, everybody coming in. Appreciate you. Thank you. Said hi. How you doing, friend? Appreciate you joining the live. So we're going to get started in just a little bit. We're going to share out the live, get some more of our friends in the room. And if you are new to my live, put in the chat new. And if you are not new, you are still learning and growing, put that in the chat as well. We'll have different people joining the live. So here's what's going to happen. I turned on, so Petty Esthetician is for you, friend. I did turn on my shopping cart. I have not activated it. So here's what you see. As a viewer, in this lower corner, you see my shopping bag with 10 products in it. So you should be able to see that. Now, I don't have it pinned on the screen. So right now, I don't have to show anything because nothing's pinned on my screen. But I did turn the shopping cart on. So I activated the shopping cart intentionally because it allows for different people to come to your live. We're going to talk about some of the electronic products I have in there, especially for new live hosts. How you doing, Tasha Marie? Thank you so much. Lee Ann, how are you, friend? And so I'm going to talk about some of the products that I have in there for new live hosts. We're going to talk a little bit about building your confidence. How do you go live? What are some things you want to pay attention to as a live host? How you doing, Mary? Thank you so much for coming in, friends coming in and checking the shopping cart as well. I appreciate that. Jennifer, thank you for checking as well. And so here's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna talk through the mechanics of doing a live stream where you have the shopping cart on and recognizing there's some things you got to pay attention to, especially with TikTok rules. Going live, pinning products, being careful about what you talk about. So for me, I do not have on a content disclosure. So I'm probably going to turn it on just because well, let me explain why I don't turn it on. So let me say this. My live stream, I normally don't talk about topics that are a little bit more sensitive in nature. I normally steer away from that. So I'm not talking about any of my own personal journey. If there's, with health stuff going on, I typically don't. The other thing I don't do is have kids in my live. It's funny, I was watching a couple of creators today, not people in the agency. Sometimes as a live host, I'm going around looking at different people. And as a creator network agency, I'm looking to see. I'm kind of scouting, but I haven't done a whole lot of outreach, but I'm paying attention to what I see. And I'll see people go live and they'll bring kids into their live stream. They're showing the kids, they're showing the grandkids, they're doing that stuff. And that's kind of a no-no also because TikTok is very sensitive and protective of having young ones on the screen. You guys will hear me sometimes with my son in the background. He's 5. He pops in and he's like, "Mommy this, mommy that." You'll hear his voice, but you've never seen his face. So that's pretty much my way of making sure I'm balancing how much he's able to be in my camera because again, the algorithm is very sensitive to that. So as I'm going live, I'm being very cognizant of what I say and what I do. And it's funny, I'm going to tell you this now because I know I was on the live earlier with someone. "Hello, Mrs. Treetop." TikTok is paying attention and TikTok will glitch you. So depending on what you say and how you say it, there's a glitch that's happening. You end up literally glitching, like your voice is repeating or the algorithm is kind of resetting. So you got to be careful in that way. It will happen. And oftentimes I can kind of tell if I said something that's a little sensitive in nature. I'm like, okay, I just somehow um, stumbled across something I shouldn't have said or something I shouldn't have done because the conversation went in a direction maybe it shouldn't have went in. So just kind of keeping that in mind. I'm saying that because again, I had the shopping cart on, but I'm also very in touch with how the algorithm is paying attention to my words. Your words matter, especially in the beginning of your live stream. How you doing, Ebony? Mrs. Treetop, thank you so much for joining the live. Dolores as well. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me know if there's any questions. You guys know I also have the YT going, so we got our friends over there engaging. So I appreciate you all supporting the live. Um, Leanne, YT, let's talk. We'll meet. I'm gonna send you the invite because it may be something you can do on school. So that's probably where we should start with school with a post. So I was thinking that's probably where you can start the conversation, and we can all get going there first, where it's not on the platform. Okay. Good vibes, all. Hello, friend. Thank you so much, all that are coming in the room. Oh, yes. So let's maybe start the chat there and maybe just get a sense of who all may be interested. And then you and I can talk on Wednesday about some things we want to keep in mind. All right. Thank you for that daily heart me. I did get the flash goal earlier when I did my 10 o'clock, and the flash goal was heart me. So hopefully I don't get heart me's again. We'll see what the flash goal brings. Hello, friends coming in. Thank you so much for liking the live. Please like the live, share the live out. Make sure you guys are getting your daily heart me if you haven't gotten it already. If you're new to my live, let me talk about engagement, especially my friends who are joining, because you might be joining because you're brand new to live, or if you're not new, how you doing, teacher? Right, appreciate your friend. Big Oz, thank you so much as well for coming into the live stream. I appreciate everybody who's dropping in live. Let's talk about engagement because that's going to be key, especially as a live host. There's engagement that you have to do from a live host perspective with supporting your community as they come in. You see me welcoming people. You see me saying hello to different people showing up in the live stream. It's important that you do that. And some people will come in and they will comment and say hello and engage pretty quickly. And then others, you just have to call them out, like, Danny, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. And as they're coming into your live, you want to make sure you're welcoming people, okay? So certain people will sit for a little while and listen and say hello and good afternoon, and some will not. So that's okay, but you want to make sure that engagement is happening with your live stream. How you doing, Eugene? Appreciate you flying in, friend. Thank you so much. What is it, Papa Chilo? Thank you so much for being here as well. Okay. Thank you, friends. Appreciate it. Hey, friend, thank you for that daily heart me. So you want to engage with your community. The other thing you want to pay attention to as a live host, you're going to educate, entertain, and inspire them. But in that education piece, you got to ask people to support the live. So when you hear people saying tap the screen, share the live out, engage, and that way that's important because that helps the live kind of get going. TikTok knows you're engaging from a viewer. You're collecting engagement points from a viewer. I don't want to miss out on the what's in it for you. Okay? It's not just in it for the live host, but what's in it for the viewer is that you're collecting points. Thank you for those populars. The populars are actually because our friends came in, Mrs. Treetop and Yuji came in and got their daily heart me. That's the heart plus up there. And it actually says they're getting additional engagement points and they're leveling up for this live stream because they're sending the popular votes. Now, the popular votes also help me as a live host because one of the says daily ranking, one of the other ones that's going to pop up is going to say popular ranking. And so as I'm growing in my live stream, those popular votes will help me grow as well. Right now it says shop ranking. How you doing, MP? Thank you so much for being here. Shop ranking is because I have the shopping cart on. Okay, so you want to pay attention to that as well. Qatar, Katia, thank you so much for being here. E-Nurse, appreciate you all coming in. Thank you so much for those populars. Appreciate you all coming in. Thank you for the likes and the populars. So just keep that in mind. That's helping viewers, you as viewers, supporting the live as well as the live host. Let me take it even a step further since we have different friends coming in and out and supporting. And some of our friends in the room are already part of my creator network agency. So they've heard me talk about this before. Tootsie the Clown, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Delta Girl, thank you for joining as well. So if you look at the number of people in the room, I just want you guys, I can't see you clicking it, so don't feel like you can't click it. But if you click the number of people in the room, Miss Darlene, how are you, friend? It actually tells you who's in the live and how many points they collected. Always kind of point this out. Bob, thank you for joining as well. Um, the other thing I want you to pay attention to is that question mark in the corner. Okay, I want you to pay attention to the question mark. How you doing, Mayhem? Hello, Fred. I want you to pay attention to that question mark as you click the number because that tells you as a viewer how to become a top viewer. Okay, so when you are engaging, you are you are improving and ranking up in terms of your becoming a top viewer. So sharing the live out like Miss Darlene is doing for us right now, liking the live, you get points for that. You get 3 points for every 10 minutes of liking. Sending populars, you're getting points for that because you came in and got your daily heart me. And then also commenting. So when a live host is asking for engagement, hi, I'm new, I'm trying to figure this thing out, I'm learning, that engagement is helping you. Okay? So you want to come in alive, you want to comment, you want to engage because that's helping you as much as it's helping the live stream. Because the points come from your engagement. Hello, hello. How you doing, E-Nurse? Thank you so much. Happy Saturday, friend. Thank you so much. I see Miss Darlene connected with Miss Treetop. You said that's me. How you doing, Brandy? You said that's me. What part was you, Brandy? Brandy, you said very new to this. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Brandy, I'm going to help you out. Thank you for commenting. I appreciate you coming in as well. And TikTok gave us, so TikTok has different goals. So I got the flash goal, which is TikTok's way of saying, okay, with all this tapping the screen, sharing the live out, commenting, there's also TikTok having their goals for the live. So they have a flash goal that pops up. It is donuts. So if you want to support the live in that way, you can send a donut. It's one per person. So TikTok is saying, okay, with the people in the room, maybe we can get enough donuts to get up to 15. So that's TikTok's goal for the live stream. As a live host, you don't see my goal. I set my own goal, which was the Octobers that were popping up on the screen. So as a live host, you can have your own goal. Okay, so Brandy, let me know. You said you're brand new. Coming in to drop some love. Hope your day is peaceful and kind to you. Thank you so much, Scale. Thank you so much, Scale with Tandra. Is that Tandra? Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for supporting the live. Thank you for your kind comment. I appreciate that as well. Your blessings arrive. Good afternoon. Thank you for being here as well. Okay, I love that you guys are commenting and engaging. So that's the whole point. You want your chat to get to comment. You're welcome. You're so welcome too. Hello. Yes, very, very new, very clueless. Hey, let me say something. I'm gonna say something to you, Brandy, right now. First of all, you got a blue box. So you're a level 11 blue boxer. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you have, hey, I need to do the lottery because you got 11 and you got 111 followers. Okay. So 11, 11, 11, 11. We keep seeing 11s with you. So I know 11s are good. Okay. That's a good thing. So you got all these 11s going. So with that, you are already ahead of the game. Okay. You said, oh. And you're in the chat, you're commenting, you're engaging. So all of that matters. All of that is engagement. So you know what to do in that sense. So I'm gonna give you some more tips. I'll give you some more tips just so you understand what's happening. You got a bio. Oh, Randy, you are doing well, friend. You are doing very well. I'm just gonna say that you started off on the right foot. Okay. So it says, Mama, 3 girls, and new Grammy, which I love. I am a small business owner in small town Iowa, and I'm a Christian. I feel positive thoughts bring positive. It broke off for me. I don't know why TikTok breaks off the bio for me, but I think positive reward, is that the word you use? I wonder if it said that. But that's what this is all about, friend. TikTok does filter comments every now and then, so I had to unfilter Yuji's comment. She was saying hi to Leanne. Hey, pals. Hello. You said you were pretty clueless. You are a good friend. You've done some good things, okay, with understanding the live stream process. Those who are coming in, hello, Corey. Hello, pals. I saw you come in. Hello, Katia America. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for that, Daily Harmony. I appreciate you. So TikTok gave us the flash goal of donuts. So we had 7 of 15. So we're looking to get some more donuts. Brandy, thank you for the follow as well. I'll talk about that because you guys, I say following the live hosts is important. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you gotta kind of come into a room and fill a room out first. Okay, fill a room out, kind of get a sense of where this is going. You can decide, but I do think it's important that if you've set long enough to kind of learn and grow, then that person is probably worth the follow. You can follow in 2 ways. You can follow based on clicking their profile, or if you give the daily heart me, that is an instant follow. Okay, so you followed when you click that daily heart me. Please assist either the flash goal. Thank you so much, Mrs. Treetop. Yes. Thank you so much. So thank you for the stickers too. I appreciate the stickers coming out. Your blessings arrived. I appreciate your friend coming on in. Thank you so much for that support. That is all support. So when the comments are commenting, people are engaging, people are sharing out the live, they're tapping the screen. I'll talk about tapping. Brandy, this is for you. So I want you to understand the whole tapping concept, because that is where the likes happen. So I pointed up here. Thank you, Keisha, for coming in. I pointed up here and said, okay, look at that question mark. So some of you are like, how do I like the live? What does that mean? What am I clicking to like the live? So I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then some of you are like, hey, they sent those stickers. How did they send those stickers? So we're going to talk about that too. Okay. So we'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the blue boxes, because you can see some people who are high engagers. I just talked about Brandy having 11. Mrs. Treetop has a 28. Okay. We got Your Blessings Arrived, got a 20, level 20. People are in here are high engagers. Pals is 23. So just know high engagers. TikTok tells on you 26 for UG. Appreciate you, friend. So recognizing that engagement matters. How you doing, Gina M? Appreciate you being here as well. That engagement matters. Look at the stickers coming out. Like, where did she get those stickers from? Let me start with the stickers. Okay, and then Mr. Arlene is 23. Be right back. Okay, friend, appreciate you. Let me talk about the stickers real quick, because we can have some stickers come out real quick. Good afternoon, everyone. If you click the comments, Mr. Arlene threw the stickers as well. If you click the comment box, like you're about to type a comment, okay? Right in the comment box, how you doing, Tabby? Right in the comment box is a heart. Click the heart. If you click that heart that's literally in the comment box, click the heart, and then you'll see the stickers. Now, you won't be able to send stickers if you have not clicked the Daily Heart Me. Hey, Natty Nat, appreciate your friend. If you have not clicked the Daily Heart Me, you won't be able to send a sticker, okay? So the stickers is part of that. So just know that. Tabby, thank you for joining with that M for millennial. We just learned that recently. Thank you so much for being here, friend. And so let's talk about the tapping, because this is for you, Brandy. Brandy, let me know if you're still in the room. I want you to say hello or drop a heart, so I know if you're still in the room. And anybody else in the room, and you're like, how do you like alive? I know that's like one of those questions where it sounds, for people who have been here, it probably seems kind of second nature. You're like, you like the live. You just like the live. But a lot of people don't know what does that mean. So when we say tap, that's the like in the live. So if you take your finger and you're on a mobile, now on a computer you can't do this, but on a mobile, let me ask this, Leanne. Leanne's my expert computer person. You can't like the live on a computer, can you? I think that's one of the issues. You said, what, Aaron? How you doing, Aaron? Thank you so much for saying hello. I think what was hello? Aaron, I'm going to give you some homework too for the bio. So we'll talk about the bio in a second. Yes, you can. So what do you press on the computer for the live stream? Thank you so much. When I said that out loud, I was like, well, maybe you can. Okay, Pal says you can't heart me. You can't heart me, but you can like. Okay, gotcha, friend. No, Leanne is saying no. Y'all fix it. I might have said it backwards. So let me know what I said, friends. How do you make the stickers? Okay, Gina, give me 1 second. Let me finish the like and the live. So, Brandy, if you tap the screen, just take your finger. I want you to do something. I'm going to show you something. Take your finger and keep tapping. Just keep your finger tapping. I want you to pay attention. There's going to be a heart right under my name. There's a pink heart that's going to pop up. And there's a line that's going to start crawling across. This is for anybody in the room that has never done this before, because a lot of people don't do this. So there's a heart that pops up. Pink line is crawling across. that heart has percolating dots coming out of it. Okay, so if you're tapping, you should see that heart pop up, the line across, percolating dots. Let go. Confetti falls on the screen. It says how many hearts you sent. So you'll hear people say, tap until the confetti falls. Okay, you'll hear people say, tap until the confetti falls. Okay, so and you can easily do that. Okay, so you can tap until the confetti falls. Um, so just kind of keep that in mind. And as you're liking the live, you're tapping the screen. That's what that means. I can't like my own live. You know what? It wasn't working for me last week, but now it works. It works for me this week. Last week it was not working. I don't know why. Okay, it failed. Gotcha. So now it failed. Thank you so much, the Healing Spot, for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's see. You, Gina M, you asked about how do you make the stickers? How do you make the stickers? What does the likes do? It helps. First of all, it's twofold. You're sending likes, so you're getting points as a viewer. So if you look at the number of people in the room, there's a question mark. You'll see, based on that question mark in the top right corner, it breaks down how to be a top viewer. So you're getting points. Everybody who's listed here, the top people, you'll see if you look at the number of people in the room, the top people will have points next to their names. So they've collected points because of their engagement in live. Part of those points is liking the live. It also tells TikTok, like, hey, this is a popular live. People are liking it. There's a lot of hearts being sent out. So as a live post, you want people to engage in your live. You want them to share out your live. You want them to heart your live. So a lot of times you're looking at those hearts as a way to kind of get the room activated. So that's important. And how you doing, Ann Bailey? New to the room. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support to the room. Welcome to the room, friend. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you joining. Thank you all for sharing out the live and reposting as well. I appreciate the support. Okay, so when it comes to so the liking alive pushes more people, more activity in the room. TikTok sees that as an opportunity for it to go out more to the For You feed. So that helps the live. Confetti fell. Did it fall for you? Lily, he's so funny. He said confetti fell. Let's see. I'm going to answer Gina's question too, but I just missed something. Also wondered how to send the stickers. So did it work for you? Did you see the stickers, Brandy? So Brandy, you know what's going on? You don't have the badge that says Lisa. So the badge that says Lisa, you have the 11, but you don't have the Lisa. Lisa is where you click the Daily Heart Me. It costs 1 coin to become to send the Daily Heart Me, but it's for this live, and then you'll get the badge that says Lisa. Then you can send the stickers. So that's what it is. So it's almost like you're becoming a fan club member. So you're becoming a fan of my live, and you like my live. You want to send stickers, you want to send hearts, you want to share out the live. You're doing all the things. And actually, the Daily Heart Me tells you all the things to do to support the live stream. Okay, so I'm going to talk about that in a second so I can share that a little bit more with you all. But that's kind of your guide. Thank you for the follow, Dolores. That's kind of your guide to understanding how to engage as a viewer. And you know, it's almost like being a fan club of your favorite artists. Like you have a singer, you have a dancer, you love going to their concerts, and you're the president of the fan club. Okay. And so TikTok's like, okay, if you like this person, then you're going to do things to make sure that their live is activated and people are coming and engaging. So that's essentially what it does. Okay. You said, Lila, can I ask what kind of doctor are you? I'm a PhD, not an MD. I'm a PhD. PhD in education and leadership, and concentration was higher ed administration. So I worked for over 25 years in higher education as a senior leader as well. So yeah. So I'll talk about that a little bit more because I don't talk about it enough. And you guys are so sweet. I usually get one or two people like, "Are you an MD?" No, I'm not an MD. PhD. Okay, so I was about to answer Gina M's question, how to make the stickers. That's what you asked. So there's a few people in the room. I don't want to take away anyone's shine, because honestly, I hate to say this, I didn't make my own stickers. I didn't make my own stickers. Both Nika Grace. She's one of the people in the agency for the Launch Your Income agency, my agency. So she's in there. So she's made like 5 of them, and then my son made the other. So Nika, I believe she used Canva. I'm not Canva. ChatGPT to put a prompt in, and they created some stickers. You download them to your phone. You got to make sure that they're the specs for TikTok stickers. And so in the ChatGPT prompt, you can just ask that question, just put that in there to create stickers for you and say the different things that you want in your stickers. So she did that. And then my son did them on, I think he used Photoshop. That's what he used to create them. Now I have Canva, so you could use Canva and make stickers there and just make sure that they're the right specs for TikTok. And then you download them to your phone and then just upload them into the fan club area. So it's pretty easy to do. Okay, I'm gonna charge my phone. Give me 1 second. It's gonna freeze me for a second. Okay, there we go. All right, friends. So let me get to talking a little bit. I was going to talk about engagement a little bit more. So we got some friends in the room, and if you are willing to support the live goal, we got 50 seconds to get a total of 15 donuts. It's the last 45 seconds or so. 1 donut a person. If you haven't sent one already, it's 1 donut a person. So it's a way to support the live goal. And if not, that's okay. We okay, TikTok. We totally fine. Thank you so much for joining, friends. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you for your support. And so I wanted to make sure I answer the question. So PhD, just really quickly, you asked the question about my background. So what I did, and I don't talk about this because I'm now in October. So I started on TikTok. Actually, I need to look at the exact date. My account for this account here started early November, maybe late October. So I need to go look at my first time I posted and see what date I did. But with that being said, I started to go live actually in January, and I made the commitment that I was going to go live every single day. Now, I missed a few days. I missed a few days. But I've been fairly consistent with going live. I think if I was to add up the amount of days I've missed, if I didn't go, because I go twice a day now, so I do a 10 a.m. and I do a 4 p.m. If I was to add up all the days that I missed, I might have missed a total of, I don't think I'm going to say about 14. Might have missed 14 days. So over the course of these 9 months of going live, is that right? 10 months of going live, because now we're in the 10th month of the year. So these 10 months of going live, I probably missed a total of 14. So maybe 1 day here, 1 day there. So that's pretty good. So essentially a little less than 2 a month that I've missed. So it's been really good with my journey, and I show up. I'm being consistent. I show up for my community. So that's my way of making sure I'm staying consistent. Because of that, though, I've been able to build and grow. And my background, like I said, was in higher education. And what I do is just bring teaching and learning to this space. So I'm helping people understand how to go live. I'm a TikTok coach. I did start an agency in August, so I'm a creator network agency, and so I help people in terms of their live streaming journey. It's a free program. I always have to say that now because I forget to say that it's free. It's a free program. How you doing, J Money? And then ultimately, I'm helping people go live and stay consistent with their community. Depending on what your topic is, I give you hosting strategy, monetization strategies, and tips, as well as understanding TikTok's algorithm. And also, if you're in trouble with TikTok, you can get support because I will submit an inquiry on your behalf to make sure you don't, if your account's going to get banned or in violation, you can get your account back up and running. So again, that's what agencies do. Now, every agency is different. I do a weekly meeting on Sundays. We're going to do it tomorrow at 6:30. And then I do one-on-ones with you if you need to talk and think through your strategy, how to build your live stream, how to think very intentionally about this process. I help with that as well. But a lot of what happens, thank you, Patience, for joining. Thank you, Lisa, for joining, friend. A lot of what happens for a lot of people is that they're inconsistent. Hello, a quick hello. Thank you so much for that. They're inconsistent. They don't show up. It's like if you had a job and you just stopped showing up. Do you think you're gonna still get paid? Do you think your community is going to continue to support you? Do you think you're going to be able to grow and build if you don't show up? So essentially, the same thing happens here. Okay. So as you are growing and you're being consistent, the more you go live, the more you go live daily and consistently showing up at the same time so that people know to expect you, the more you should see your growth happen. Okay. And then when it comes to, thank you so much for the populace. When it comes to TikTok, TikTok is very much, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And you'll see people, and I tell people all the time, comparison is the thief of all joy. As you sit there and compare yourself to what happened in your life one day versus the next day, or your numbers go up in 1 minute and then they go back down in the next minute or so, you can't do that because then you get discouraged and you don't want to show up. So you gotta, it's almost like a mental shift that you have to have. Hello, friend, how you doing, Zeno? A mental shift that you have to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep going through it. Even though it's not gonna be smooth all the time. My room's not gonna be rooming all the time, but I'm gonna keep showing up. I'm gonna keep being consistent because I know people are counting on me. People are wanting to see me and hear from me. And I don't want to disappoint them or myself. Okay, that's so true. I know. Great reminders. Thanks and blessings. Appreciate your friend. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you for joining as well. Appreciate everybody who's in here. So if you're new to my live, say I'm new as well, so I know who's in the room. We're gonna get to talking about. What I'm gonna do is activate the shopping cart a little bit, just so that we could talk about TikTok Shop. I turned it on for this live, and so we got some new people coming and going, and that's totally fine. TikTok, just so that you guys know, when it comes to TikTok Shop, TikTok is really diverting a lot of the live stream feed to shoppable lives. So it's not a bad idea to turn it on. Now, sometimes you'll see where it's really helpful for your room as you start pinning products. Think of this way: people who are coming in, they're coming in because they're listening to, they're looking for what's in your shopping cart. So a lot of them are shopping. Okay, so whatever you got going on or whatever you're talking about, it may matter, it may not matter. Maybe they may stop and pause long enough to listen to what you're sharing, and then they stay a little longer. Or if they're not and they're just there for the product, make sure you're having a product pinned and start talking about that product. So I haven't been talking about my product. How you doing, Peach? Thank you, Peaches. Appreciate your friend. Thank you all who have come into the live. Appreciate everybody coming in. And if you are new, just say I'm new in the chat. Skinny Spill, thank you so much. Housecoat Grandma, thank you so much for joining in as well. Appreciate everybody coming in. Hello, friend. Appreciate the support. So thank you for liking the live and engaging, you all. So when you turn on the shopping cart, you got to show your product that you're going to have pinned on the screen. Have a great day. Thank you so much, friend. So you got to show the product that you have pinned on the screen because, again, part of the shopping live experience, especially for TikTok, is that you are talking about the products. But if you have one pinned, you got to show it. Okay? So as you can tell, at this point, I have not shown any products. I haven't pinned any products. So I've been able to talk about engagement and other things without necessarily pinning products. Okay, Pamela, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate that, friend. Without pinning products, so I haven't been talking about products. But once I start talking about the products, then the expectations that I'm going to show them. Okay. Hello, friend. Before I do that, because I was going to show the lights, because I'm going to show a couple of products that are important for your live stream. So we'll talk about that. Before I do that, any other questions from my newbies, like Brandy or anybody else who's in the room? If you had a new question and you're like trying to figure out this app, just let me know and I'm happy to answer it. We talked about tapping the screen. We talked about sharing the live. Sharing is where you click the arrow and you share it out. You can repost it. You can copy that link and just send it that way. TikTok doesn't know where it's going, but again, it's the act of you sharing. How do I get the 11 to rise? Oh, great question. Okay, hey Tina, do me a favor. Right where you put your comment, I'm going to pin your comment too. All I did was touch the words of the comment. Screen popped up and it says pin comment, so that's what I clicked. Right where you put that comment, I want you to click your photo. So click your photo, and this is for anybody in the room. If you're trying to figure out how to know how many points you have in your blue box. Your blue box is your level of engagement. The blue box follows you to every live you go to, the 11 for Brandy in this case. Your Lisa that people have, Lisa is for my live. Okay, that is where you become a fan club member for this live. So if you are new, if you want to put in the word hi, that's fine. Put in the chat and you can see exactly what we're talking about, what I'm about to share with Brandy. So Brandy, I want you to click your photo. Your mini profile pops up. You'll see your mini profile, and then I want you to click your level 11. Engage. Thank you so much, Scanny Bill. So I want you to click your level 11. A blue screen pops up. Okay, so a blue screen pops up for you. So when you click your level of engagement, that blue box, essentially you get to that blue screen. So that screen is telling you very intentionally how many points you've collected. That's the first set of numbers. There's a / symbol. It tells you how many numbers you need to get to level 12, the next level. And then underneath that, it says those experience points. How many points you need to level up. That's what you just asked, the level up. So it essentially tells you how many points you need to get to 12, level 12. So it's the difference between what you got and what you need. Okay? So that's how you get to level 12 in your case. Now, those points come from mainly gifting. Okay? Thank you so much, Tina. Primarily gifting. Some of the points come from your engagement in live and how you're supporting a live stream, but most of those points come from you gifting. Okay, so someone who's never gifted before that does not have that blue box, TikTok actually will say send a rose to get your first level blue box. Now, in order to get the blue box, you got to have coins on your account. So, Brandy, you've gotten coins on your account because you have a blue box. So you definitely have coins on your account. So you would need to make sure you have coins on your account. You can get coins by clicking the gift box in the lower right corner. It says recharge. You can click that and that takes you in the app to recharge. Or you can go to the website. And on the website, they usually have right here where you can click the coin website. But if you go to a website, it's going to be www.tiktok.com. So you want to tiktok.com /coin, COIN. So you're going to go to that website, you're going to log in, and then you can get coins. It's a slightly better discount there. So website discount is better than getting the coins in the app. Okay? So a lot of people don't know that, but recharging the app is a little bit more. You pay a little bit more for the coins. Website is a better deal. The other thing is, as you become a live host, you can exchange your coins. Okay? You can exchange your gifting, the rewards that you receive for coins, and put coins in your account. So is TikTok giving me coins when I engage? No, you're purchasing coins. So you put some money on your account and got coins, purchase coins. TikTok is giving you points for your engagement. So, for example, the badge that you have there and you are engaging, TikTok sees that as someone who is an engaged viewer. You're engaging, you're growing in terms of how you are viewing lives. So TikTok gives you a little bit more, as you become a high engager, you get a little bit more support when it comes to visibility. So people see you as a top viewer. They see you as a title gifter. If you go into the gift gallery up here, they see your box in the live stream to know how much you've engaged already. And then ultimately, as you're getting more contacts and building your community, TikTok sees that and your content has more visibility, your live stream has more visibility. So that engagement is really the way that you start building your community. It's reciprocated. People see you as an engager and then they engage back. Okay? But essentially, you said I haven't though. You did something. You don't have a level 11 box without doing something. You got coins at some point, friend. So maybe you exchanged them. Did you exchange? Maybe that's what you did. So if you didn't, you said many months ago. There you go. Okay, I was supposed to say you did something. So that's what you did. So let me, you said no idea. So look here, do me a favor, click the gift box, look in the corner and see how many coins you have on your account. That's going to be the telltale sign. So if you have coins there, then you have coins. I thought I used them all. So look in the gift box. The gift box will tell you where you're standing, what your status is. You spend about 120 dimes to get one level. Um, you, you got to say that different. I think you're saying you spend about 120 coins. So that's what you meant, coins. You spent about 120 coins to get to a level 11. 96. Okay, there you go. So those are the coins that you have left. So until you get more coins. Yes, coins. Yeah, that's it. So those are the coins that you have left for engagement. Now, a rose is a coin, a popular vote is a coin, the daily heart me is a coin. So you got coins. You got coins. So you're doing well. Thank you so much, friend. You're doing well. Now, it just depends on how you start gifting and how you start engaging. But yeah, you're doing well, friend. So you just have to make a decision on if you're going to add more coins to it. So at some point you did it, and now you have to decide if you're going to do it again. Okay. Hello, Pola. Thank you so much for that daily heart. We appreciate you, friend. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Honestly, I think people hear about TikTok and don't understand that TikTok is an app that is based on engagement, consistency, and engagement. I always do this. How you doing, Ocean Summer 3333 Ocean Summers? um, hey friends, thank you all coming in. Boss Lady, thank you so much. I saw some other friends come in. Thank you for being here. Dr. Trish, I think I saw you fly in. Some other folks come on to the room. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate you. How you doing, Pure Intentions? Where are you at, friend? Are you in Arizona? You're not in Florida anymore, are you, friend? I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much, friends. Um, Thank you for that, Rose Brandy. I appreciate you, friend. So, what I was about to say is that TikTok is based on consistency, engagement, and because of that consistency, engagement, you build community. That's essentially what's happening. And I tease when I say this, but somebody years ago sat in a boardroom. I don't know who started with this name, but they were really smart because they said TikTok, TikTok. I point to my watch, and the whole point of this is that you are engaging in this app and you are building community. And because of that, you essentially are going to grow and monetize. And so people oftentimes miss that connection because it's like, oh, well, if I do one thing, then all of a sudden the people are going to come. That's not how this works. You invest in building your community. Hello, how you doing, V? Appreciate you. Hello, good people. I appreciate you. Happy Saturday, friend. Thank you so much, Ocean Summers. Holly Q raves about you often, so I finally had to come by. Thank you so much. Holly Q is awesome. She's awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I love me some Holly Q. So she is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I heard other people talk about Holly Q talking about Dr. Lisa. So yeah, I appreciate that, friend. I love all the positive compliments and comments from folks. So thank you so much. Thank you for that daily heart me. So, Pam, thank you for the stickers. I see the tap, tap, taps. Yes, let's get the tapping. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you, V. So when that person came up with the name TikTok, that wasn't by mistake. That was by design. Okay, that was by design. Okay, TikTok filtered some comments. Hold on one second. Brandy, your comment. You were talking about subscriptions. That's what the $9.99 a month is. $9.99 a month. That's a subscription. And then usually, did you join the pumpkin picking campaign? No, I did not. No, I did not. I did not join the pumpkin picking campaign. Wait a minute, Brandy, another comment got filtered. TikTok does filter comments, so you got to be careful about how you word things, especially things with like dollar signs, money. TikTok's a little funny. Follow, that type of word. That'll get filtered. So you like, how do people actually make money at this? Like, I get it all about followers engagement. Okay, that's a great question. Let me get down to the T. I think that's what Brandy's saying. Brandy, like, wait a minute. How is money being made? I would love a co-host next week. Oh, you want to co-host with me? Eugene? Is that what you're asking? Or are you just saying in general? Let me know what you meant, friend. If you mean me, yes. send me a message. Send me an inbox message. Um, um, I'm in week two. Week two of what? The pumpkin one? Okay, that's what you're talking about, the campaign. Okay, so thank you so much, V. I appreciate the compliment. Yes. Okay, perfect. Send me a message and we can find a time to co-host together. I've been doing it a little bit more. I said I'm gonna try to be a little bit more intentional about um co-hosting, multi-guests and stuff like that. So yeah, absolutely. Okay, I will do that. Perfect, perfect. Um, Hey y'all, how you doing, Mr. Jesse? So here's okay. So Brandy, she's been sitting with me for a minute. She's like, how do you make money here on TikTok? So there's a couple different ways. We're gonna talk about some of the ways to do it. Um, and I think you meant broadly on TikTok. I'll talk about live streams in particular, but I think you meant broadly. How do you make money on TikTok? Because everybody's coming here and people talk about the money that's being made, and I'm going to give you the T, but I want you to recognize that again, it kind of goes back to that consistency and engagement. So when I talk about this, I don't talk about this as something you're doing where you show up one time and then you expect to make a windfall, or you show up a couple times a month and you're like, oh, well, no one came and nothing happened. You're right. Nothing's going to happen if that's the way you're engaged in the process. So you just got to be mindful what you're doing to build a community and ultimately grow on these TikTok streets. So all of that is based on how you invest your time, energy, and maybe some coins too. So it's important that you think about it from that perspective. Um, because you don't want to be in a situation where you are thinking about this too passive and then ultimately, you know, nothing happens. And nothing won't happen if you're not being intentional about how you set your intentions to be successful. How you doing, Coach Rhonda? Appreciate your friend. Okay, so really quickly, so Brandy asked the question about how to make money. There's multiple ways to make money. Live streaming, let me say this first and foremost. Live streaming is the first, in my opinion, way to monetize on this app. Okay, so live streaming is the first way to do it. TikTok will oftentimes give you live streaming access fairly early, and it's based on your engagement. So I'm going to say right now, Brandy, you have live streaming access. You have it, even though you have 111-ish followers. I have to look and see. Drop me a heart. I think you're way up there in my feed again. So drop me a heart if you're still in the room, and I can take a look at it. You're 112 now. I just looked. so um, so because of that, you're still growing, but because you're a level 11 engager, TikTok will probably give you live access sooner than others because of your engagement. Because you have come to lives, you have gifted, you have connected with folks, and because of that, TikTok says, okay, yes, I'm here, perfect. TikTok said, okay, let's give her live access. She's watching live, she's engaging live, she's chatting with Dr. Lisa and other folks. She must want to go live. Even though she doesn't have a lot of followers, we're gonna give her live access. So literally that's one of the first ways you can monetize on this app. Thank you so much. How you doing, Heaven's Love? Appreciate you. Hey, how's everything going? So as you are engaging, first and early way to light them galleries. First and early way to light them galleries. Yeah, that's it. Lighten up the galleries. So what happens from a live host perspective? TikTok um, has a way to support live hosts and monetize you through what's called the Scale Live Rewards. So essentially, that is TikTok's um, monetization, metrics to say, okay, if you go live and the engagement you get in your live, and the diamonds you're collecting, the gifting that's happening in your live, I'm going to give you points for that. You're going to get rewards for that. Okay, so as a live host, you get diamonds. Those are essentially the points. You're going to get diamonds, and those diamonds translates into rewards. Okay, so that's the Scale Live Rewards. That's the first way you can monetize when you think about going live. So you are collecting rewards from the engagement that happens in your live as well as the gifting. Okay, TikTok gives you a percentage. So what happens per live is the most you can make is 40%. Okay, so if you pay attention to what's measured there, hello, your money. Thank you so much, Money Mentor. Appreciate your interest in. Okay, so the money that the gifting and engagement that happens in your live per live. So if you go live multiple times in a day or multiple times in a week, TikTok has a 40% that you can make. No problem. Appreciate your friend. And then if you go live throughout the week, this is part of the weekly missions per live and weekly missions. How you doing, UG? Appreciate you. Is it Iggy? Iggy, I'm sorry. TikTok says, okay, there's an additional 13% you can make through what's called the weekly missions. So there's metrics there. How you doing, Dr. Dina? So the 40 plus the 50, 40 plus the 13 is 53%. So TikTok says in a week's time, you can make up to 53%. And then TikTok will take the difference. And that difference they use to pay agencies like myself, if you're under my agency, and TikTok pays them themselves. So TikTok wins, you win, the agency wins. So that's how it's done in terms of monetizing as a live host. Great information. You're welcome, friend. From a live host perspective, per live, you're paying attention to how long you go live. So 25 minutes or higher, you make up to 38%. And then how many new followers, daily heart me, new people coming in to click your follow you in the live stream, how many new follows you make per live. So that's up to, if you get 5 or more, you can get 2%. 2% plus the 38 is the 40% I mentioned. So that's how you get that per live metric, and those for going live, and that's how you earn diamonds. Now, what happens in your live in terms of how people get you there is a whole different conversation, because you have a live goal as a live host. So I have my October pumpkins that I have up there as my live goal, and so you have that you will point out as a live host. You have what's called a gift gallery. So TikTok sets a gift gallery based on your level that you're on, what league you're in. So there's a league that you're paying attention to. I'm League C2. So my gift gallery reflects C2. So, and then you have just other ways for people to engage. People can click the gift box or the roses, or they send you populars, or they go and click your daily heart me and send you some of the fan club gifts. So all that is there, and that's how you essentially grow as a live host, and people are doing different ways of engaging with you. How's everyone? How you doing, Lakevian? Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for that daily heartbeat. So as a live host, you are helping your community, and your community they're responding back by supporting your live stream and helping you grow because of the type of support you're given. So I tell people all the time, look at you, leveled up to level 10. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, it's so many ways. Yeah, yes, so many ways you can grow. So just know that's part of your strategy as a live host. You got to communicate that. And then you asked about another way. So this is not, so we talked about the Scale Live Rewards. So the Scale Live Rewards is one monetization in the live. You also have subscriptions. And you asked earlier about the $9.99. That's the star heart up here, this heart that's up here. That's how you, wow, so much information. I know. It's information overload, but hey, that's how TikTok operates. So yeah, so the super fans is another monetization. Okay, so that subscription is $9.99. That just changed about a month ago, so that's a new thing we're all kind of navigating. But to become someone's super fan, and subscribe to their live stream is another monetization option for the live host, and the live host is giving value and supporting people in terms of how their super fans are also getting information and support. Brandy, welcome to the jungle. It's an interesting playground to play around in. Okay, it's an interesting playground, but I love it, y'all. I'm gonna say that I love it. Now I say this because I'm also on the YT right now, and I was just telling the YT people, I was like, I can see who's here. People give comments, engage back. The YT people just sit back anonymously. They're like, I don't know if I want to say anything. So it's a different experiences based on the platform. So for me, I like the engagement that happens here. I like how you guys ask questions, and it feels like you're building community, and you're able to feel and sense how people are acting or responding. Thank you for the hair compliment, Angie. Thank you so much, Angela. Angela, yes, thank you so much. Sounds like it. Yes. But it's fun. It's fun, and depending on what your live stream is and what you do. Oh, thank you, friend. Appreciate you. See, Pals, you've been over here this whole time. See, Pals, I didn't even know you was over there. She was on my YT over here. Thank you so much. See, Angela, thank you so much for the compliment, friend. Can I give you a little homework? So this is the other part I do. I do the teaching because I want you to know how to engage on TikTok. I want you to be successful. You got 251 followers. And so what I will say is that I tell people all the time, okay, if you're gonna if you're gonna engage on the app, first of all, you want to make sure your profile is optimized. Okay, so your profile has to be optimized so that TikTok, first of all, knows who you are and what you're all about, and that way, as you're producing content, because you want to produce the content, we'll talk about that in a second. Our friend Holocu, I don't know if our friend Ocean is still in the room, but Holocu is teaching about content creation, and she's really good about it. So, you have to have the content too, as well as when you come into a live, people get to know who you are. But essentially, by putting words in your bio, TikTok knows who you are, and the words you put in there, how you doing, Alex, are the keywords that are going to help set up your profile so that, again, as people are engaging in your content, it's going to be of interest to those viewers. So you're starting off with building content that is relevant for you, but relevant for your community you're trying to build, your followers. And so this is a search engine, and TikTok is really trying to make sure that content is searchable. And you hear people talking about making sure your content is categorized. So you want to make sure you're intentional about that. Thank you. Hey, friend. Katrina. Thank you so much for being here. So you want to make sure your content is searchable. Okay? So you want to have keywords in your bio. That's important. And then as you create the content, that everything aligns with what's in your bio is also what you're talking about in your content. Okay? So you want to have that alignment. And then in your bio, people click it, just like I just did. And we know who you are and what you're about. Okay, so it's a great way for you to build community. So someone can click your bio and say, "Ooh, I want to follow you. I want to connect with you. You're somebody who would be great for me to go look at your content." Or maybe I can invite you to my live stream where you invite me yours because I'm interested in that topic. So you want to have words there too. Leanne, you said it's a lot, but it's fun, and you have the control over how you want this to work for you. That is true, friend. I love that. Brandy, you said yay. Yeah. So if I go live, how do I know what to talk about so people are interested? Ooh, Brandy. That is the $1,000,000 question. But I got you, friend. Give me a second. I'm going to circle back to that. So we're going to talk about that from a beginner perspective in terms of um, how do you start building your live based on your target audience. Um, some words got filtered, some comments got filtered. Katya, you said, Dr. Liz, can you help me come to live? Um, let me understand what you meant. Do you want me to come to your live, or do you want help going live? I miss you a bit. Thank you so much. Have love. I appreciate that, friend. You had gotten filtered. I teach content creation too, since hold on one second, since I get it to help people promote their online business. Thank you. Phenomenal. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for that. So you Yuji also teaches content creation. That is awesome, friend. I love that. That's so important. The content matters. The content absolutely matters. Thank you so much, friend. Appreciate you all. Um, let's see. Hello, everybody coming in. So I wanted to make sure. Um, oh, help me going live. Yes, I got. Have you, Katya? Let's message in the inbox. Have you gone live? Because I haven't seen you go live recently. Let me know if you go live, friend. I know you are in the agency. Let me know if you go live, so we can talk through your live stream. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much, V. I appreciate you said no. All right, friend. We just need you to click the go live button. Let me know if we can find a time in the next couple of days for you to go live, and I'll be there for you. So let's see if we can coordinate a time. So so Brandy asked the question about what to talk about. Okay, so Brandy, let me know if you're still with me. So now Brandy was like, okay, that's all fine, well and good. All this engagement, all this stuff that's happening live, I get it. Now, what am I going to talk about? Who am I talking to? What am I talking about? First of all, you're a small business owner. What's your business? Tell me that, because that's in your bio. So you're a small business owner in Ohio. Thank you so much for checking the shopping cart too. Appreciate your friend. Yes. Um, so first of all, that's first and foremost. You're a small business owner. So what's your business? Retail boutique. Ooh, so you know about fashion. Talk about fashion. Talk about the boutique. Talk about being a small business owner. Talk about living in Ohio. Talk about being a grandma. Talk about being a parent. Talk about what does it mean to work with buyers to get your products in your boutique. You can talk about any number of things. You have a whole plethora of things to talk about. Hey- oh, hey, from Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, neighbor. I'm in Orlando. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you joining the live. I don't know. I'm winging it. So yeah, you got a whole list of things you could talk about. Just put. You know what I would tell you to do? I would copy paste. I kid you not. Just off the jump, I would copy paste your bio into ChatGPT and say, now give me a topic for my live stream, a 30-minute live stream. Give me my niche. No, start off by saying, give me 5 examples, because I like examples. I don't want to just give me one option. Give me 5 examples of a niche, live stream topics, my target audience, and an intro script. Okay? And some engaging questions for that audience. And let it come back with it for you. Okay? So 5 examples of your niche, live stream topics, target audience. You said that was a lot, but it's a bio. So yeah, so live stream topics. How you doing, Dr. Ryan? Rio, thank you so much, friend. And what did I say? So our target audience, intro script. Yes, you just said I love ChatGPT. I got filter friends. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Live stream topic. Okay, 5 examples. Niche, live stream topic, target audience, intro script. As you start talking, that matters. I'm going to tell you in a second. Live stream topic, intro script, and then ultimately some engaging questions for your audience. So you can have some things that you can ask them. You know, stuff like, hey, let me know where you guys from. We got a friend who just said Jacksonville, Florida. I'm from Orlando, Florida. Any other folks from Florida? Anybody? Hey, Doc, how you doing, friend? Anybody else from the Midwest? I'm originally from Chicago. Put it in the chat. So that's what you can do. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Phenomenal. You're so sweet. He's like, here's what Doc told y'all to do. So I appreciate that. San Antonio, yes. Texas, wow. So just know, it can help you. And then put that in there and then copy your bio. Put that in there. Now, say you have a retail boutique so that it knows what type of small business, but essentially put that in ChatGPT. It'll have a whole script for you. Okay? Okay, I screenshot that. Yes. So that's exactly what you want to do. I don't want you guys to overthink this. Don't overthink it. You said that was for me. That's how I learned. I'm going to talk about the intro though. You got to start strong. So I said that on purpose. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, friend. I said that on purpose because I want you guys to understand. Look at you. Put it over here for the YT people. Pals over here, she wrote the same thing in the chat for the few YT people over here. But hey, they have it. They have it too. He said, that's why I come here for months. I love that. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much, Phenomenal. You awesome. So, you're phenomenal. That's who you are. So, I'm super shy on camera. How do I get past that? Okay, Brandy. Okay. So now, Brandy, we're venturing into mindset because before conversations, our other conversations were just strategy. Okay, just strategy. Now it's about mindset. And when I said don't overthink this, you can't. You can't overthink this. Okay. So here's what I tell people, and this is like a little mindset trick, and it's up to you if you want to how you think about live streaming. What I say when I live stream, I'm talking to my best friend. I'm talking to the person I love the most, the person I love more than my kids, the person I love more than my husband, the person I love more than my siblings, my parents passed on, person I love the absolute most, and that is me. Okay. Now, just so happen, all of y'all are out there, okay? But I can have an authentic, real conversation with me because I love me, okay? So that's the way I think about this. And so I've been able to have these conversations, and y'all ask questions as I talk to me. Okay. And so that's the way, I mean, that helps me in terms of doing this. And that's what, essentially I have done over the last 10 months now of doing it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm talking to me. Yes, I can talk to my customers. Oh, no problem. On camera, I freeze and fumble over my words. If you need to talk to your customers, think you're talking to customers. That's it. You're talking to customers. It's a mindset. It literally is a mindset. So if you know you can talk to naturally to your customers, if you need to have a picture of a customer next to your phone, talk to your customers. Talk to your customers. But again, it's whatever mindset you want to have about it. You don't have to be uneasy and nervous about it, because at the end of the day, you're having a conversation. You're having an authentic conversation. Okay. You said I'm super shy, camera shy. So yeah, the camera shy. Oh, I went back up too far. Okay, gotcha. How you doing, Cindy? Candy, thank you so much. FYI, I'm driving, but trying to tap between destinations. You're so sweet. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for that. You said, I can't get customers no matter what I do, but I am disabled. Tell me that. I can't get customers no matter what I do. What's your live stream topic? You said, I love Jesus. And I'm going to bring you through my healing journey, mind, body, and soul, as well as I'm part of the HTP evolutionist. I don't know what that is. What is that, friend? You missed your biggest fan. What's that? What you mean? You missed your biggest fan? Did you get filtered? What you mean? Hi, how you doing? You're my biggest fan. I appreciate your friend. Doc, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I missed it, friend. Let's see. Did you send me something? Let's see. I might have missed it then. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for digital marketing. Yes. Did you? I missed it. Did you send something? Okay. And then Brandy, I see you engaging. Thank you, Cindy, for the what's up. I missed it. How you doing though? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So I'm looking in comments now because thank you for that daily heart. Me, I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for that. So digital marketing, I just want to make sure I said, so you're talking about a digital product or digital solution. Okay, so let me go there real quick. I'm just going to go there for a quick second because digital marketing is. You're welcome. Appreciate your friend. So digital marketing is something where people oftentimes also TikTok shop. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, everybody coming in. I saw some people come in. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the daily heart me's as well. Appreciate everybody coming into the live. Delta Prairie. Thank you so much, friend. Um, Here's what I say about digital marketing. So digital marketing and digital products are two different things. I just want to point that out. Similar umbrella is digital marketing. A digital product, a digital solution comes from you being in digital marketing. Digital marketing subset is live streaming. Live streaming, anything you do digitally is digital marketing. Let's start there. So you're a live stream host. Yeah, so yeah, it's not the same. So I just want to say that. So you're a live stream host, okay? So thank you so much. When you do your hand on automated heart comes up. When I do this, the hand art, it's part of the effects. Yeah, that's an effect. When you click the wand, it is called the heart gesture. That's called the heart gesture. So that's what's happening. Yes. So as you're thinking about digital marketing, you're coming here, you're live streaming. Digital marketing for whatever your product is or services you offer could be in your content creation as you're doing content based on your service or products. It could be based on you being an affiliate. That's digital marketing. It could be where you're doing UGC deals. That's user generated content for brands. So all that is digital marketing. Those are all subsets of digital marketing. So when you think about having a digital product, the strategy there is that first of all, you're talking to your audience and you have to understand your audience. And so my earlier comment when I talked about go to ChatGPT, I said your target audience. I didn't explain who your target audience is because what you want Chat to give you is the demographic, the psychographic, how they think and feel, and then their pain points. Okay, so as you're thinking about your audience, You want to be able to know who your audience is. Now, often your audience, in most cases, is a reflection of you. People who think and operate similar to how you think and operate. Okay? So, ChatGPT is good about kind of weeding that out based on what your topic is about, what you're offering in terms of a product or a service. But what you want to do is understand that audience, because as you're talking to them in this live stream, you want to be able to point out, here's the things that I know are troubling you, the things that you're challenged by. And here's how my product, service, resource, solution will be a solution for you. Okay? People that are broke because they are on disability. And what are you offering? What's the solution? So you're talking, that's who you're talking to, and you're saying that their challenge is that they don't have funds. So you're offering them some type of digital solution, some type of digital product that will help them in terms of earning money and something to do with their disability. Let me understand that. So again, so as you're thinking through that, you want to be able to speak to them, and you can say, hey, you know what? I'm also on disability. I'm also disabled. Here's what happened to me. Here's how I got here. And I understand many of you probably have a similar situation and struggle. How do you make sure that you're bringing in additional income? What are you doing to make sure you're able to make ends meet? I was having that same struggle, that same problem. And here's what I did. I ended up getting this particular solution. You can talk about the product. And it helped me understand, here are the steps I need to take in order to be debt free, make additional passive income, all the things. So you want to be able to have that conversation with your audience, because they want to be able to relate to what your experience was. And you're going to give examples, you're going to talk through that, and then ultimately you're going to lead them to, here's the solution. Now, when you're doing that, you got to do it in a way where people understand, like, oh, I'm listening, I'm intrigued. How do I get it? Now you got to tell them how to get it. You got to lead them to that process. But that's essentially what you're doing here. Now, that doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. And I think oftentimes, and this is what I go back to, the whole consistency and engagement, because oftentimes people feel like they can turn on their camera and all the people are going to come in their room, and all of a sudden their room's going to be rooming, and then people are going to be buying their stuff. So, no, it takes time. And you want to build your community first. You want to show up. You want to be consistent. You want to talk to them. You actually want to hear some of their questions, so that maybe those questions will help guide you towards the right way to to be a problem solver, to address their problem, and then talk about how your solution is that solution for them. Okay? How your digital product is the solution. So just recognizing that those questions in the early first 30 days, maybe 60 days, are helpful, because then you can use that to help refine how you're talking. Okay? Yes, that's why I try to do with my tours and excursions of my city and state. I love that exactly. It also helps with mindset. Yes, it does. It does. It absolutely helps with mindset. The consistency piece is something that a lot of times we get disillusioned quickly. We're like, oh my gosh, no one's coming in my room. I'm gonna stop showing up. Oh my gosh, I got this troll that came in and said something really rude and nasty. I'm gonna stop showing up. Those are the things that kind of take you off your game. They're there as a roadblock. And the question is, are you going to jump over it? You're going to go around it? Or are you just going to stop and turn around? So the question is, how you going to get past that and continue to keep showing up? What kind of device works the best to go live? Phone, tablet, or laptop? Brandy, I'm on my phone, and I've tried my tablet. My tablet is where I'm on YT, so I'm streaming from my tablet on YT. I have my laptop actually right here too, so I actually have all three. The laptop I've never used for TikTok. You have to use what's called Live Studio. Okay, I have never tried Live Studio. I keep saying I'm gonna try it. How you doing, Diana? I keep saying I'm gonna try it. I have not tried it. There's a couple people in the agency. Leanne, I don't know if you're still here. Pals. There's a few people in the chat that may be able to give you their perspective on it. I need to still do some research about it, because I'm still kind of on the fence when it comes to Live Studio, because I heard when you're streaming from Live Studio, your live feed does not get pushed out as much as it does when you're on the mobile device. So for me, I want to make sure I'm getting, a broader reach. So I would prefer to be vertical and be on a mobile device as opposed to doing the laptop. Laptop, I hear, some pros and cons about it. So, but I can't personally speak to it. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I can't personally speak to it. Thank you for asking all those questions. You guys have been awesome. The phone is a more dynamic experience, and you get all the bells and whistles. You said from the phone. Okay. So there's definitely some limitations to Live Studio. Yeah. So there's definitely some limitations. So that's does an iPad consider to be a mobile device? Yes, yes. Here's why I stopped using my iPad, and I wanted to use my iPad. I actually did a few times, and the camera orientation is on the side panel. So when you're vertical on the TikTok requires when you're doing the mobile device for you to be vertical like this. The panel for the camera is on the side. So every time I was looking straight ahead, it looked like, because the camera's over here, it looked like I was looking to the side. I wasn't looking straight. So people were like, oh, this is kind of weird. So I think I felt like I looked off center too. So I just stopped using the tablet. And I use my tablet um, for YouTube. But again, it doesn't feel like I'm off centered as much from the YouTube perspective. So I still feel like I'm a little off, but not too bad. So, the camera for the cell phone, the mobile device is like right here for my cell phone. Hello, I'm Written Unstoppable. Thank you so much, Trisha T, coming in. I appreciate that. Thank you so much all for all the questions, friend. Um, the computer has its pros and cons, and I think maybe good for very specific types of streaming. Yes. So people who are so Leanne is a great example. So special type of streaming. She's an artist, and so because of her crafting artwork that she's doing, she's able to have two panels, essentially two devices that are able to stream together. So you could see her device that's pointed towards her crafting table where she's at doing her craft work or artwork, and then the other camera that's pointed to her. So you're able to see that split screen, which is really good. And so for that reason, it would make sense. The gamers, where you're able to see their screen, see them in the camera, and see their gaming screen. Some of the other performers, where you're able to see different camera angles as well. So all that makes sense for those type of live streamers, live hosts. So it just depends on what you're doing. It could also be helpful. Um, Coach Jesse said it was weird, friend. Yes, it was. Yes. Hello. How you doing? Create and prosper. I love that. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, friend. Thank you so much for coming through. Different friends coming in. I just had a very good live doc. OMG. Hey, OMG. I see, friend. I see. You were on my screen. I see you. Yes, you were. You were rocking and rolling, friend. You take a look at your impressions. Your numbers are super high. Okay. Yes, it was good. It was good. I caught the end of it because I just turned on the feed that shows the yes, it was good. 64 new followers. Yeah, you did good. Your views were huge. 5,800. Yeah, real good, friend. Real good. Love, love, love it. Love it. Yeah, TikTok was nice. So I'm so proud of you, friend. That's it. That's the consistency. You said what? Yeah. Go look at your views. Yeah, viewers. Yes, friend. It was you were rocking and rolling. You should have stayed longer. What hour and a half? 90 minutes? What? I'm joking. But yeah. So again, that's the consistency. So our friend Trisha T can be is definitely an example of showing up, being consistent. She does the cooking live, so TikTok loves that. Hello, Jill. Thank you for that daily heart me. Listen, I got to go prep for tomorrow. Look at you. Look at you, Fred. I love it. Your content too. You're stepping up your content. I love it too. So awesome. So that's what this is all about. I mean, it doesn't happen overnight, friends. It does take time. I don't want you guys to think, oh, you can cut the camera on and all is going to be great in the world and people are going to come in, they're going to support. Look at your level 11. Thank you so much, Jill. And everybody's going to show up. It takes time. People got to get used to you. They got to get used to your message. And not everybody's for everybody. I say that all the time. Not everybody is for everybody. So you got to find your people, find your target audience. And that comes in a couple different ways. Hey, Sunshine, thank you so much. Hey, Eugene, how you doing, friend? I'm still waiting on your acceptance, friend, and your go live. Okay, I really enjoyed the past few days of going live, especially today. Look at you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing it. Keep going, friend. Tell your story. Tell your journey. It's so important. You said, I got it. Okay, friend. I got you. Okay, I see you. Hello, Brooke. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you for being here. Hello, how are you? That part, not everyone is for everyone. Yes, not everyone is for everyone. And that's the thing about it. People turn on the camera and they think they're going to talk to everybody. Okay? Let me repeat that because I think oftentimes we're of the mindset that our live is for any and everybody. It's not. Don't do that to yourself. There's a marketing adage. Essentially, like if you are talking to everybody, then you're talking to nobody. People are gonna swipe. People are gonna keep swiping because they don't feel like your message is targeting them. It's not for them. You're not talking to them. Okay, so if I was sitting here talking to some experienced live host person, they'd be like, okay, I know this already. Let me keep swiping. But if I'm talking to somebody who doesn't understand TikTok, who's trying to learn, who's trying to grow, who's trying to figure out different tips and strategies to build their community, then you might sit a little longer. Or maybe you may not sit a little longer because you're like, you know what? Her style is not my style. I don't agree with her approach. I need somebody with a little bit more energy, a little bit more personality. You never know what people are looking for. So the person has to resonate with you and your delivery, your message. So just recognize that you're not talking to everybody. So the more you realize who's your target audience, who are you actually trying to guide your live stream for, the more successful you'll be. And you'll be able to hone in and talk to those specific viewers and make sure that they're learning and growing from you and building your community based on what their questions are and how they are needing support from you. So you got to know your audience. My audience is people who are new, my people who are afraid, they're shy, they're introverted. They're trying to understand from a beginner perspective how to go live. They like my approach because I'm going to see your comment and I'm going to answer your comment and your question. So I'm very much in tune with my viewers because I want you to understand. I haven't been doing this for years on end. How you doing, Charlie? I'm about to hit a year soon, but that doesn't make me necessarily too far removed from being a beginner. So I understand the plight of what does it mean to be a beginner. And so you want people who I want to talk to are people who are still trying to learn and grow. Okay. You said, I know I'm not bad Amazon books. Please go and check it out. What happened, friend? That's a book? Let me know what you meant by that, Jill. Thank you so much. How you doing, Charlie? Appreciate you. So the more you know who your audience is and you can do that engagement before you're live and connecting with them, maybe in your content and in comments and stuff, that's going to be important. I just had my first super fan live. Got a warning for music. You can't have music in super fans. No music. We had a great time studying analytics. TikTok, no music for super fan subscriptions. None. None. I wrote the book. Oh, you wrote the book. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know it sounds wrong. I know that you just forgot. Okay, yes. So for those who are going to start super fans, you can't have music. So I'll say that much. I got a warning my first one too. My first live too. For my first when it was subscriptions, I got that warning too because I had my music playing because I used to play music all the time, and I got away from it because honestly, I have the multiple screens going. I got the tablet, I got the laptop, the YT. I was like, let me be careful. I don't have any of the copyrighted type streaming platforms and stuff. for music and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I just won't have music. I'm thinking about bringing it back, but I'm gonna have to bring it back and be intentional about making sure I'm not infringing on the other platforms. So Black Lotus, I gotta be here a year without you, and I'm so proud of you. You said you gotta be here a year with me. That's right, with me. I said without. You gotta be here with me, and you're so proud of me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Open, there you are. Oh, you said open and there I was. That's what happened when you turn on your live. Me too. Me too. I love that. Okay, sorry, I had a tech issue. What's with the music? You said repeat the music. Okay. Our friend, my favorite four, who was an awesome live host, she was talking that she had a super fan, her first super fans, which is awesome. First of all, I don't think I honed in enough on that, which is, I'm so proud of you moments. And so she got a warning for playing music as a super fan in her super fan live. And so I told you earlier, super fans is the subscriptions, okay? So if people are subscribing to your live and they become a super fan, a subscriber, they TikTok says, and I think it's if you read up on it, it basically says because of the copyright policies of music, the copyright music, because I guess the super fans is a paid program, a paid service. They're saying, hey, you can't have music because of the copyright rules and stuff. So they don't allow it. So that's what happened. So you got to be careful when you have the super fans. Now you can play music if that's what you're asking. You can play music. You just have to be careful about it. Okay, yes, it's associated with the copyright. Okay, yes, associated with copyright. So again, you're paying for a subscription and this copyright violation piece too that you got to be careful with. So you can't have the two cannot happen. I got a warning for music in regular life, so I do instruments. Yes, yeah, you got to be careful. Again, the copyright stuff. And TikTok is being very particular. In the UK, they changed the rules where they can have, because of the copyright laws there, they can't have music in the lives. I don't know if that's going to happen in the US. I don't see it happening, but it could. So you just got to be careful. Do we have class tonight? No, classes tomorrow. The live stream. I'm going to send out the Zoom invite. I'm going to send it today. I haven't done it yet. So the Zoom registration, I'll send it after I come off the live. And classes tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern. Yep. Palace, you say, yes, YT doesn't warn you. They just shut down your live stream. So that's what she said. So yeah, so I don't get a warning with the YT, which I knew, which is why I just didn't do the music, because I was like, you know what, I don't want to get in trouble with YT. So I just don't do music right now. So I need to figure it out. I think I am going to have to invest in, one of the other third parties like Epidemic Sound or something like that, and just make sure whatever I'm playing is okay, is acceptable. So I'll probably do that. I just have to kind of make the mental note to do it and invest in that way. And then turn the music on. That's the other thing, because you guys know I have the different streams going on and I don't even turn it on. So I'm probably going to have to do that as well. All right, friends, let me know if there's other questions. I feel like is there a topic I didn't cover? Let me know. Sometimes I get to talking and chatting and I go in so many different directions and I don't cover something I'm going to say, something I said I was going to go back to. So let me know if there's something I need to go back to. Let's see. We'd rather hear you saying, no way, y'all don't want to hear me sing. You're so funny. Y'all don't want to do that. Who was that? That was Trisha T. Trisha T had, so here, let me show you this real quick. I'm gonna pin my live goal. So Trisha T's live goal had where she said, thank you for supporting my live goal. Thank you so much, friends. She had it here, and in it is a default message that says, if I achieve my goal, I'll sing for you. Trisha T, you still in the room? And I laughed so hard because she achieved her goal and she had to start singing. Y'all, she had to start singing. I said, well, why'd you have it in there? She said, I didn't put that there. TikTok put it there. So now I had to pay attention. TikTok set me up. Thank you so much, friends. So it was so funny and cute because she was like, I didn't put that there. TikTok did it. I said, well, next time you better make sure you read what TikTok put there for you. She was singing. She had to sing, y'all. But thank you so much, Charlie. I appreciate you, friends. Thank you so much, Doc. I saw you both. Love you, Diversify. Thank you all who supported that. I sing. I think I could do that. Go ahead then. Seriously. So here's the. So this is the. So I'm just gonna show you guys again. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna show you guys um, ways you can change that. So you can edit your goal. You can change the verbiage. And I was teasing. You guys know I don't do crocheting, but I said something really simple. So you could set your goal. And again, this goes back to earlier what I talked about. Um, let's see. I said it differently. Hold on. I said it wrong. Where I talked about making sure you talk about your services. So our friend, um, let's see. I'm going to say stick doll. Let's see. So that way I don't get in trouble with you all. Okay. So I just pinned it, so it won't let me pin again. So I changed my verbiage. If y'all go look at the October now, I said October equals stick doll. So I'm being cute now because y'all had me do, it was like, where my doll at? Where my doll at? So I'm gonna do a little stick doll for y'all, okay? We didn't reach the goal, but just know, this is my little stick doll. So, but just know, as you think about your live goal, if you have something like that, like our friend Doc said he can sing, you can put that in there. You can say, hey guys, I do have a live goal. If we get to, so many Octobers or whatever your live goal is, you can put that there. And so people might support it. And so with Trisha T, she had her live goal set for the hand hearts. And with the hearts, she said she won, I think you had 3 or 5 up there. She achieved it, so she started singing. So just think about ways that you can get your audience to engage. You can easily put something in there. You can change up the words. It doesn't have to be the words where it says thank you or just something there. Nika Grace, you got filtered. It said no board. You know what? I didn't put the board up. The reason why I didn't put the board up is because I had the shopping cart on. So I didn't put the board. But I should put the board, but I didn't. Um, let me see. Can I think it took off my Service Plus. Let me check. Will it let me put my board? It will. I knew that though. Okay. Yeah, we're still celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I did my mammogram this month, so if you have not done yours, please do it. That's what the Pink Power Edition is all about. I didn't wear pink. I started wearing my bow for October for breast cancer awareness. So that was my way of honoring the pink. So that's what's going on there, y'all. I appreciate you guys. I just want to make sure I said that because there are people who have not gotten their mammograms, so make sure you get your mammograms too. Um, so with the flash with your live goal is different from flash goal. With your live goal, you can do something like that. So I have the Octobers in there. You want to set something where it's achievable. So 20 is fairly achievable. But if you're thinking about a goal that you want to set for the room, you could set something lower, and then you can have something in there where you can have if you reach your goal, you'll do something for your stream. Okay, you'll do something for your viewers, and then you can reset it again because different people are coming all the time to your live stream. Just recognize that it's not always the same people, which is the beauty of TikTok live, because TikTok will push you out. And so if your audience is fully engaging, okay, if your audience is fully engaging, they're tapping the live, they're sharing the live out, they're supporting the live in that way, then TikTok is pushing you out to the For You feed, the FYF, the FYP For You page. You'll get pushed out there, and that brings more people to your live stream and more visibility. Okay? Hello, friends. I appreciate you all. So, my friends who are new, we were here chatting and stuff. I appreciate you all coming in, supporting the live. Let me know if you're new. Put new in the chat. And if you are new to my live, tell me where you're from too. I always like to see where people are from. So let's put that in the chat as well. Especially my new people joining. So I did have the shopping cart on. I hadn't pinned anything yet, y'all, because we've been talking. So I haven't pinned anything. Just know that TikTok, when you are live streaming, what's happening now is that, and I noticed it as well in terms of how my live stream is getting pushed out and how it's performing. What's happening now is that TikTok is diverting a lot of attention and traffic to shoppable lives. Okay, so you'll see that that's going to happen over the next 2 to 3 months. throughout this holiday season. So right now we're in the fall deals. And then you also are going to see it for Black Friday, which is about to roll out soon, as well as the holiday season for December, the holiday sales. I got one sale from my live today. Is Girl, you was rocking and rolling. So you had your shopping cart on then. Okay, so you did have it on. That's good. Look at that. You know what? I need to use my Japanese air fryer that I got from you. You said no, you didn't. Oh, you didn't have it turned on. Oh, okay. Look at TikTok. Okay, I like that. You said time is going too fast. It is. I know we're in the middle of October. Yes, it's fast. You said no, I didn't. Interesting. I'm intrigued. You will do a legal thing for a goal. What you mean? What you say? I would do a legal thing for a goal. I draw stick figures. That's what I do. That's what I do. I love it. Okay. You said Charlie. You said, but it's all good. The spot hasn't changed. Thank you. What spot? What's that? What spot were you talking about? You said I I just promoted my kitchen shear. Oh, okay. Is that what you're saying? You were promoting your shears, your scissors? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, gotcha. Okay, and you were talking about them. Okay, gotcha. Okay, Doctor, so I'm going to take you what you give me and give it a try. I will be back. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, awesome. So wait a minute. You talked about the shears, but you didn't have them pinned or in the cart at any point. I'm a one at a time kind of gal. Gotcha, friend. No, that's totally fine. So what are you saying, Trisha T? I'm trying to understand it. You're welcome. You are so welcome, friend. Thank you so much for that. Correct. Oh, okay. So would you just point people to your showcase? I was talking about my mammogram ultrasound. I have to take. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. I was so confused, Charlie. I was like, what did I talk about? Thank you so much, friend Charlie. That's it. Okay, awesome. Charlie, did you go live this week? Charlie, we're about to hit Sunday. Did you go live? Let me know if you went live. We're about to hit Sunday. And we talked about it last Sunday. I can come up. Oh, okay. Let's see. Trisha T, let's see. Let me see, friend. I'm about to invite you. Oh, you know what? Maybe you gotta invite yourself. I don't know. Okay, there you go. Okay. Oh, why is TikTok laying you out like that? Hold on. Let me change the layout. Hi, Dr. Lisa. Hello. So I forgot to put my card on because I was in a rush to go live. This was my second live all week. I've been having a rough week. No one knew why. It was just a crazy week. But during my live, I was showing them my chicken, and I said, "Oh, if you guys are interested, the hype on TikTok is real." I said, "This is not something that they're hyping just to get you to buy, but this share is the real deal." And I showed them my chicken, and I said, "This is what I used to cut up my chicken, and it does cut through the bone. So if you're interested, you could click my profile and go to my showcase." And they went there and purchased. Wow. Well, I'll say this. I mean, because you're doing the cooking live and you're demonstrating different types of products, that is spot on awesome. Because, I mean, you convinced me about the fryer. I was like, oh, look at that fryer. I showed my mother in law. She was like, ooh, this is nice. I need to go back and look. I might get it for her for Christmas. It is. It is a good fryer. I do enjoy using it. Uh oh. Trisha T, you got family in the back. You have to check them out. She's like, I'm talking. That's Marvin and Ethan going at it. That sounds like my household. My husband and my son. That's my husband and son going at it. They're about to have dinner, so I guess Ethan wanted the bigger plate. He's like, which one do you think is yours? Oh, that sounds like my household. I love it. I love it. So yeah, so yeah, I saw your stream. Your stream was streaming, friend, and so you didn't have the card on then. I'm impressed. No, I gotta remember to do that. Okay, okay. So yeah, take a look at it and see that. So honestly, I'll say this. And my favorite, she said the same thing. So when you turn on the cart, when you are going live and you're showing products, you're talking about products, that's where the sales come from. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest with you, flat out honest. Unless you're producing a lot of shoppable videos and content and having those sellers promote your products and stuff and put some ad dollars behind it, you aren't gonna get the same sales or results. If you have something that goes viral and does really well, that's great, but you're not going to get the same visibility and sale the way you do with a live stream. It just makes it easier to see the features and benefits of a product, and then ultimately people can click the cart really quick and purchase as they wish. So, and then there's the deals that come with it. You can see different flash sales and other promotions, free shipping, that type of stuff that you can see as you click the shopping cart. But so keep doing what you're doing. And then, I mean, for you, every time you go live, just see which product you got that you can promote in your live stream.
And that's what I've been doing, yeah.
That's good.
Because I do not want to put any videos on this page. I want to use my other page for my videos.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Thanks,
good.
Doc, for all your guidance. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy to see you just flourishing and growing. It's looking great, friend. It is looking great. So awesome. All right. What did you cook tonight, really quickly? I didn't see what you cooked.
I made curry chicken with some white rice. And Miss Treetop was in there too because she wanted to learn how to make the curry chicken. So she got the
Nice.
recipe. Thank
Nice.
you, my favorite boy. I appreciate the October.
Nice. I love that. I love it.
And
So,
Dr. Lisa, I must say, everybody loves the Lynn's Legacy Kitchen name once I give them my story as to my why. Everybody was like, that is so beautiful. That's a nice name as well.
it's beautiful.
And they told me that I should use that to for my name for my cookbook, my e-cookbook.
Absolutely. That's your brand.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's your brand. Yeah, everything you do should be Lynn's Legacy Kitchen by Trisha T.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Thank
it.
you, Dr.
That's your
Lisa.
brand.
You're my inspiration. I
Oh,
see you do it, so it's inspiring me to do it as well.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. All right, friend. Have a
All
good
right.
evening. Bye bye. All right, friends, you guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for the support and supporting Trisha T. She is awesome too. So this is an agency full of great people. Okay, I just have to admit that this is great people, and you guys are doing things. You're doing it scared, uneasy, unsure, and you are rocking and rolling. That's the beauty of it. So one day you kind of sat down and said, okay, I'm gonna go live, and then you're gonna keep going live, and then you keep going live, and then at the end of the day, you guys are live hosts, full blown live hosts doing great things. Um, let's see, friend. You said, Doc. You said no. When one says, if you help me reach my goal, I will do a legal thing for you just to, oh, you said just a joke. I got you, friend. I got you. I understood it. I understood it. Day 60 for, no way, it's day 60? My favorite. Oh my gosh. You mind coming up? You want to come up? Let's talk about it real quick. I don't know where you're physically located. You don't have to turn on the camera. But day 60, that's awesome. You said no? Day 69. Oh, almost day 70. Let me know if you want to still come up, friend. That's definitely a milestone. So you are inching towards 3 months at this. Love it. And you're in the B League. I'm gonna say yes. You B4, all it up B4. So that's nice. Yes, I'll come up. Perfect. Because I know this has been did it go through? Yeah, it invited you. I think it did. Let me know if it did. Um, this has been a journey, friend. I see you, and you've done it fabulous. Okay, okay, there we go. I think we were hitting it at the same time. Hello,
Hello, hello.
how you doing?
You don't mind me just chilling out before my 7 o'clock class.
Yes, that's right. You are about to go live again. Look at you.
Yes, sit out on the deck. We look out at the yard. We have beautiful flowers and plants, and this is my little bit of heaven.
I love it. It's beautiful. What are you? You're in Georgia, so the weather's still nice there. Okay, that's
It
right.
is beautiful here, yeah. Just
Yeah.
sitting out, hanging out.
So let's now I'm gonna interview my favorite four. so so you have been doing this for 69 days. How's it been for you? You wanna I guess I want you to kind of shed a light on some of the folks that's been doing it, but not as consistently as you.
I love it. I love it. It is the most different, unique opportunity that we have in 2025. Can you believe you can just sit and talk to people and and earn money and monetize and level up and league up, and they're the ones doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
I do nothing except talk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I've gone live today. This tonight at 7 is going to be my third time today. And then Kimberly has invited me to go live tonight. She has a Cinderella ball or something every Saturday night
Okay.
where she does a game with her, and so she wants me on the panel. So if I do that at 9:30, I will have gone live 4 times in one day.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow. So what was it about? So you started off month one going one a day, and then you added the second one in the last. I'm gonna say the last what 30 days or so, not quite 30.
Yes, I realized after my community moved me up to the B League
Yeah.
that the B League is no joke.
No, it's not.
You need a community. So I've got to go back and start from scratch building a community, because I was one of those people, and I'm being honest. I came on thinking you get 10K and you go to create a rewards program.
No.
So for 6 months I did the bestie thing. And then I started studying it instead of just grabbing bestie. And by month 6 I realized you're doing this all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I had figured it out.
Yeah.
And I started teaching people the inner belly, the things they don't see on the screen that is driving this business model.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's when I started teaching about the levels and the leads,
Yeah.
and that invisible gift gallery. And my community moved me up, and I'm losing fragments now. So I'm talking to them about it. So I started doing the daytime one, because people really need to know about building community.
Yeah.
You gotta build community, or you're gonna get stuck. And I don't mind being stuck because I'm not in a hurry. Where am I going? I'm
Right.
retired.
That was exactly my perspective. I learned pretty early on that for this to be really something that I was able to kind of think about the gift gallery, think about leaguing up, I would have had to change my approach fully. And I don't think I was able. I don't think I was willing to compromise the change that I would need to do, because what I did and what I still do is talk to people who are still learning the app, navigating this and stuff. And so I'm still kind of in this space of, okay, I don't want to scare people away from doing this. And a lot of people who are doing it, they're like, okay, wait a minute. Is this only about one sided? How do you make this reciprocal? And so I want people to understand that piece of it too. But again, to get to that B League means that you have to be very strategic about your community. You have to be very strategic.
Very strategic, to the point that you're opening up your lead throughout the live so you can monitor what's going on and make a priority decision as to what you want your community to do.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta ask them, y'all need to back away, or I need you to move me over just to get me into that safe zone, right, so I don't lose a fragment.
Right.
And
but you gotta have the community that can do that.
Yes. But I forgot last night, and I lost the fragment last night because we were so busy having a good time. I forgot to check at the end, and I must have gotten right at that 70, and I lost the fragment last night.
Wow.
So, yes. But it's fun. I wake up and it was fun. God, don't get you lost a fragment, but I just love the strategizing.
Yeah.
And the group effort. You cannot do this by yourself.
Can't do it. No, not at all. Oh, that's awesome, because obviously you're being exposed to a lot of people at all levels, so that's good. And that exposure matters too, because you do need the high leaguers. Yeah, you need that, as well as people who are like gonna support you in the D League, C League, and above.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
yeah.
We're building, and And so that's what we met today for our super fan club.
Okay.
I've got 38 super fans. I didn't even know. And so they didn't all show up, but we only talked about posts and analytics in our posts.
Yes.
So we're committed to go around. We've got a group of 5. We're going to go and do all the stuff and get the 50 points for 5 every day. And then we'll reanalyze it next week and see if we flip some stuff.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Awesome. Awesome. And then content. I know content. That's the other thing that you that you're focused on too with your community, helping to educate them about the content side too.
Yes. I try to let you know that it doesn't matter what's in your presence. I'm a gardener.
Okay.
And I just had this beautiful dahlia come out yesterday.
Nice.
This lemon yellow dahlia. And I just said, I've got to do something with go live in a dahlia. And so I did.
Uh-oh. You got muted. You muted.
Okay.
Okay, there we are.
Oh, am I muted?
Yeah, not anymore. It was muted for a second.
And I just did something on Hello Darling. Dahlia, darling.
Uh-oh. It keeps muting you.
But yes, I just believe that anything is content.
Yeah.
And because you can do a 3 to 7 video on anything. So that's what I try to teach them is 3 to 7 seconds, get you a hook, and then cut it down as short as you can. If you can do 6 seconds, and we're working on getting our total watch time above 25. Our goal is 25 to 50.
Okay.
Because right now, some of my super we're down to like 1 and 2%.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I would say this though. I mean, because of your trajectory and what you've been doing, I would tell you probably want to weave in a few of those tip videos, some tips that you give people, TikTok tips, so that people, because they see you as an authority, they see you as somebody who knows what you're talking about, know what you're doing. So just a few tips here and there. Yeah, but it's real. It's real.
I walk in a room and they say my favorite 4 journeys. And they say, you know me, and it's interesting. But again, get yourself somebody from all of the leagues. Keep going.
Yeah.
Leave a heart. Leave a popular gift. Leave whatever you can. But go into those AB rooms and I put all pink and green hearts in mine, and they think I'm crazy. Here come the lady putting pink and green. But eventually they come and visit my room.
Yes.
I've had Tara visit. I've had Dr. Brian visit.
Yes.
I've had Miss Matthew visit. I've even had Suzette visit.
Yes. Nice.
And so, and Dwayne. You know, so when you start talking those A-listers, I'm just gonna sit here in the B League and just chill out.
There we go. I love it. Well, that's good because you're engaging at all levels, and they see you as an engager, so they're coming back to you as well to support. They understand the game too. They know who to.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. They get it.
And they take care of each other. That's why you gotta build a community that understands. They gotta have your back.
Yes.
Those
Absolutely.
A-leaders have each other's back. You hear me?
Yeah.
Those galleries are filled on Monday.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. I appreciate you. So almost 3 months in. All right, friend. This is awesome. This is a good pace that you got going on. Just keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it up.
Okay, I sure will.
All right.
Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome. Take care.
Y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. The petty esthetician, you said, what is the B League? So really quickly, it's covering up here. If you click my profile picture, in my profile picture, you'll see my mini profile will pop up. You'll see my gift gallery. It says C2. Click my gift gallery. And then right where it has right in the top corner under my name, it says Dr. Lisa. Click that C2. There's a C2 option there. It shows League C. So I'm League C. Thank you so much. What was that? Let me come back. Thank you so much. You see really quickly where it has the leagues up there. So the leagues go in order. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you, friend. It goes in order of D League. So it starts with D5. And it has in D League and in C League and B League, there's 5 levels. So it's D5, D4, D3, D2, D1. So as a live host, you're climbing up based on how you are progressing. So when I told you to click that C2, if you click the view the whole league, it'll show you almost like a little timeline when you think of it like that, in terms of how you're progressing throughout this particular live. Your league changes every 24 hours. Okay, so it ends at midnight and it goes all the way up to 11:59 the next day. Okay, so you're progressing along that timeline. Now you are competing against other creators that are in C2. So if you go live, so let me tell you this. My favorite four. She goes live twice, and so she's going to go live 4 times today. She just mentioned that. So she's going to go live, and she's going to be co-hosting and a live host, and so she's going to have the experience, the opportunity to continue to league up for today based on the engagement that happens in her live. So she goes live a little later, which is really smart and strategic, at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then she'll have her community engage and connect with her live and learn from her and grow from her. Thank you so much. How you doing, friend? And they ultimately will hopefully get her to, her gift gallery is already lit up, so she may league up again depending on how she performs throughout today. When you go live like me, where I'm not getting quite enough to midnight time frame, I'm ending too early essentially. So from a strategy perspective, if I really do want to league up, I may need to change my strategy. I may need to change my time, because all the other people who go live later in the evening push me back down that timeline. Okay, even though I might have moved up, I get pushed back down because I'm not staying late enough to actually see the day through to potentially league up. Okay, so I just gave you guys a good nugget there. I don't know if you caught what I got. Put a heart in if you caught what I got. If you didn't catch it, that's fine. We'll talk about it another time. But that is something you want to pay attention to. Time of day matters. Yes, evenings are better than league up. It's strategy. Yeah, it's a strategy. So just kind of keep that in mind, and you'll notice a lot of money related to it. All of it's about the money, y'all. But it's about how you perform in this app, and that's what it is. Okay, it's about how you perform in this app. And so when everything's said and done, as you're leaguing up, it is related to the diamonds you're getting. Diamonds is your monetization and the gifting that's happening, and then that gives you the rewards. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. All of it is interconnected. It's how you performing in your life. Yep. So can yield. Yep. Yep. So just keep that in mind. Hold on one second. You got filtered, Kim. Um, can you talk about that more? Talk about leaguing up. Talk about. Let me know. Talk about more the leagues. Let me know what you meant by that. Yes, leaguing up. Okay. So essentially, there's a 24-hour clock. Okay. So when you go live daily, the live starts at midnight. Okay. Technically, the clock starts ticking at midnight. And if you go live throughout that day, maybe once or twice, depending on what time of day you go live and what happens in that live in terms of your room and how they're supporting you and how you grow, can determine if you have enough fragments and go across that timeline. You start at 99% and you get all the way up to 0%. And how you're catching fragments along the way to say that you can get to the point where you can go to the next league and you league up. Okay, so as you're thinking about your live, you want to think about the time of day. We talked about this yesterday, Kim, so I know you kind of know what I'm talking about. Um, as you talk about your time of day, so you go live at 1, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Similar to me, I go live at 10. So I've kind of inched up along my live timeline. So right now I'm C2, and if you click the actual C2, it says I'm at top 32%. So if I get to 19%, it says 20%, but actually it's 19%, I'll get a fragment. Okay? And then if I get to 9%, it says 10%, but it's actually once you hit 9%, you get 2 fragments. So I would get those fragments, and that would keep me solidify me to stay in my league. And so what has happened is that I've been able to do that for the most part throughout the week, daily. Sometimes I've been able to kind of solidify myself to stay in C2. But you get to the point where you start losing fragments and you start losing shields. Shields kind of lock you in for a period of time. Then you'll drop down. Okay. And so where I'm performing right now, it's been a solid C2. Now, if I wanted to get to C1, if I wanted to go to B League and stuff, I would need to think strategically about what time I go live. Okay. So that's part of that timing matters because again, because I go earlier, there are other people in the C League that are going live. They're getting higher ranking. It's a ranking. So they're ranking up and they're pushing me back down. Okay. So I get pushed down the rankings. Okay. Yeah. So my favorite four, she does talk about this. She does spend some time talking about it, investing, and helping you understand what happens in terms of your ranking and how you're performing with that gift gallery, the C League, and or the leagues, and how all of it is connected. Okay. So I should stay. You you should stay to midnight. It depends. I would tell you to always look to see what your league is in terms of how you're performing and what happened in your live stream. And then you might make a decision to stay to midnight because that'll lock you in for the next day, wherever you started, how you started that. Once you go past midnight, where you start there, typically will keep you there for that day, or at least as the day progresses, you're starting at a higher point. You're not starting at 99%. You're starting up a little higher. So it is helpful. It is definitely helpful. It's a great strategy. So you see people go past midnight because of that. And if you had a great live, like yesterday, you had a great live. Okay? So you had a great live yesterday. So if you had a great live, you might have saw yourself kind of go and league up just because your live performed so well. And then, you can decide on how do you continue to stay in that league. Okay? So yeah. But you must go live later than that same day. Yes, you're right. Yeah. So for like somebody like Kim, she goes live. My favorite four, she goes live at 8 p.m. If I'm saying that correctly, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 Eastern, somewhere along in there, and she'll stay live to about 11:30 sometimes. So if she stayed a little later to midnight, if she stayed a little later, yeah, I said that right. You said your lead just changed. My lead didn't change. No, I'm still in C2. Yeah, I'm still in C2. I'm not at C1 yet. So, if she stayed to past midnight and then came back, oh no, the percentage changed. Oh, my percentage changed and it improved. Okay, that probably happened. I didn't see it. It improved. It says 32%. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, the thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you all. Thank you for the DJ glasses. So if she moved up to did her 12 o'clock live and then did her 8:30 live, she potentially could stay where she's at. She'll perform well. Thank you so much. I see you. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you all. Yeah, those DJ glasses, those are the ones that are always kind of on the fence for me. I don't know why the DJ glasses. I think, well, I know why. I ain't gonna say I don't know why. I know why, y'all. I know why. It is the DJ glasses, but that B League, like I said, I would have to change my strategy, y'all. That B League is something else, y'all. So just know, as you're thinking about your leagues, did I answer the question from my friend who asked? Yeah, you must send 5 DJ glasses. I know. And so you got to know your community. You're like, wait a minute, Doc. Wait a minute, Doc. I get TikTok. I understand it. What would your strategy be? For me personally, I have to be honest with you. I have to kind of sit back and do some more evaluation on my data because now that I'm an agency, I can see my own data. I wasn't getting that from the previous agency. So now I can see it and I have to sit back and think through. I would definitely say I would need to maybe switch I probably would need to switch my 10 and my 4 and maybe shift to maybe like a noonish time. I was thinking about even going earlier, but I have to kind of play around with that. If I kept 10, I could probably keep 10 where it's at, but I would definitely need to change the 4. The 4 I would need to shift to like maybe a 7 o'clock start or maybe even an 8 o'clock start, and then be willing to stay on at least 2.5 hours, closer to 3 hours. So I would have to kind of think through, what exactly I would want to do, from a, time and capacity and being consistent. So I think that's my struggle, especially my mom duties, the agency duties and stuff. I'm just trying to think through like, okay, what makes sense, um, with time management and just balance. So, or some battles. Oh, so battles and challenges. Yes, battles could help. Don't get me wrong. Battles would absolutely help. The problem with my timing though. So battles help. Like the way Kim's schedule is perfect. The way my favored perfect. Um, I would have to be a little bit more. I would have to shift my time because from a daily perspective, it's not going to be sustainable to battle here and there. I would need to go live and kind of keep that momentum going from day to day, so I don't drop down when I don't battle. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be strategic in that way too. So my timing is off. I've known that and I've known it for quite some time. But now that I'm looking at the data, I kind of can think a little better now about what I want to do. I haven't committed to it yet. I think it's still kind of that work life balance, and I'm trying to make sense of it. And then the agency piece, I want to be able to support and do some other things I need to do to grow. So I'm just trying to think through, like from a live host perspective, you gotta you gotta look at all of it. Um, and then obviously the agency piece too. But battling does help. And like so what I said with Kim yesterday, and Kim, I know we didn't talk today, I would imagine Mrs. Treetop, Miss Treetop, you still here? And Kim, you guys had a really successful battle. So I would imagine leaguing up could have been a could have been very realistic in terms of what happened in your live streams. I don't see you all's leagues, so you guys would have to tell me what your leagues are. That's something I don't have data on. You say you dropping hearts. Did you league up, friend? Did you league up? But I would imagine it was a real possibility. If you didn't, you probably were close to. Yes, and most of my people weren't even in the room. Look at you. See, that's what I'm saying. So you said no. So Mr. Treetop, you didn't league up. You didn't really. Did you go live today? Did you not go live? What league are you in? Now let me ask that question. What league are you in? Cause you aren't. Are you beat yet? Because I went early. Yeah, you did. So that's what I was thinking. You did your two a day, didn't you? You can see everyone's league doing the live. Yes, doing the lives I can see it, but I can't see it before now. I don't know if they. You're right. I should have checked Mrs. Cheetah. I didn't check her league. So she's C4. Okay. So she's C4, and then Kim is C2. Mrs. Treetop, you didn't link up. Where were you before? See, you've always been. Huh. Okay. Interesting. You said I'm C4. Interesting. One fragment from C3. It's less now. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. What did you? I'm actually intrigued by that because you started yesterday by C4 too. Interesting. You had a pretty good live. I mean, just in terms of what happened in your live stream. So I'm actually surprised by that. And then you had an earlier live. You did those other battles. So yeah, interesting. So I'm surprised you didn't link up. I wonder what where you said I didn't go live today. Oh, yes, she did. That's what I'm thinking. You said yeah, she had a. Oh, you're saying yes, she did in terms of her live yesterday. It was really good. So I wonder, huh? Me either. Interesting. Interesting. So I wonder what happened. It might have been a stiff competition across the TikTok streets. I may go on tonight. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely try to see if you can go live. And you're going live at 8:30 Eastern. Okay. Yeah, take a look at it. I mean, you both are starting off at 90. I'm looking at your lives. You're starting off at 99%. So I'm actually kind of surprised that it didn't. Yeah, you're both starting off at 99%. Yeah, interesting. So there was a lot of battles last night. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe the competition was pretty stiff in terms of what was happening. Um, but yeah, I'm actually surprised by that. So let me let you guys, so let me say this. I appreciate everybody here. Thank you so much. Thank you for the conversation. I just realized my husband texted me. He was like, "Are we going to dinner?" And I realized I totally forgot. I told him, "Yes, we can go to dinner." I told him, I said, "Yeah, I will be on live long." And I've been on live, y'all, 2 hours and almost 30 minutes. So so I'm about to get off shortly because I think he made reservations for 7. So I'm gonna have to jet out of here. But let me know if there's any last minute questions. I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Oh, and yes, I gotta run because he just texted me. He's like, "Are we still going?" You get a side eye like, "Oh." So I appreciate everybody here. I could have stayed for a whole nother hour, y'all. It's been a great conversation. So leagues, we'll talk about, go to favorite, my favorite 4. Go there so you can get some understanding about how the gift galleries, the leagues, all that is connected. If you have questions about that, I will be back tomorrow. We'll chat a little bit more. I appreciate everybody who's here. Thank you all for the support. I will chat with y'all later. Sorry, I gotta leave. All right, take care. Bye bye. All right, thank you so much, Pals. I know you're over here, so I appreciate your friend. Take care. All right, bye bye.